for being here. I really appreciate it. Welcome on in, Soy Real. We got Jaren, we got Mood Bear, James Jars. Glad to have you all, you sweet beans. Happy Heckin' Friday. It is Friday, which means that we are vibing, and today we're going to be returning to do some art. I'm gonna hopefully finally actually get myself to draw my second Sona. This has been a bit overdue, so I'm like, okay, fine. I'll actually, like, for whatever reason, it's so much easier to do art for someone else than it is to do it for me. Welcome on in, Cheesy. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Let me go and get some shoutouts real quick for some streamer beans I know. Jaren streams. James Jar also streams. Go give the fellow wonderful beans follows. And then also we got Cheesy, who just popped in. We got Aaron, what is the species of your main Sonas? It's like a Neopet, right? Also, welcome on, Tommy. It's good to have you. Anyways, let me go ahead and move over to the game, i.e. art. Here we have the blank page, and also we got song requests going on, so if you want to throw things in there. I feel that honestly, I feel like I do my best work when I'm drawing for other people because I feel the pressure. Yeah, it's like thank you, Soriel, for Buddy Holly Bit Crush Night Core. Welcome on, Queen. Glad to have you, sweet bean. You deserve the second Buddy Holly you permitted me today for that shutout crime. Listen, I'm not. I try my best to call out for mods. Don't tell them Starky I'm here. Welcome on, Cossack. Glad to have you, sweet bean. But yeah, I think because it's like when you're working on something for other people, like you want to make it like I feel like you almost tend to make art that's safer, if that makes sense. Because like if I'm making art for myself, I want to experiment because I'm like the only person who it's like, you know, if it comes out shit, the only person who's mad is me. Whereas like if I make something for someone else and it comes out shit, I'm like, oh well, you know, I guess I'll just die. What is Bikubot? Why are you... Hold up a moment. Why is Bikubot, like, capping out the volume? Hold up a moment. I think I'm gonna have to add a... Either my Wi-Fi is bad or Twitch Mobile refuses to send messages. Welcome on, Fine Point. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Realistically, it's probably Twitch Mobile, unfortunately. Okay, add a limiter. 6 megabits. Because the things from there are loud, but, like, they're also relatively short. Alright. Warm-up time. Yeah, but no, like the new Twitch Mobile is just so poorly designed. It's really clear, especially like, okay, so with YouTube Shorts, you got Twitch clips, like Twitch Mobile clips. They're like, or like Story, I guess. Instagram, like Reels. Every fucking service is trying to become TikTok. We already have TikTok, and you people are trying to ban TikTok, and it's not going to work. I blame on BoardBot. It would probably be the BoardBot's fault. Jared, can I actually ask what species your son is? I'm struggling to get accustomed to the new layout. It's not great. God, I hate everyone just trying to copy things. Exactly. It's like, do your own thing. It just be unique and it brings people. Exactly. But like, it's Bori? It's a Neopet. Okay. I was like, I knew it was some kind of Neopet animal, but I know that there's like different species. Quick look. Oh, they're okay. So it's like an armadillo fox thing. It's kind of cute. Doki Doki or Forget the Lyrics. Armadillo mole. Yeah, that makes sense. It's got like a lion's tail and like fox ears. But everyone seems to see different things. To be fair, that's like the nature of Neopets, because Neopets are like designed to be like look like a variety of animals. There's a plot going on now. Ooh, more Neopet lore. Neopet has definitely reached that age where like no matter how silly the property may seem, it's for sure like hitting some like really deep and messed up stuff. It's like the longer a series goes on, the more likely it is to hit something like really, really horrifying and eldritch. I miss Neopet. I think Neopet still exists. I know, what is it? Club Penguin doesn't exist anymore. I was never really one of those like MMO, like, you know, browser MMO kids. I was more like, I would just rather play Flash games in school. I did play, there's this thing called Webkins, which were like, so it was basically like a subscription service. But I think it was too kiddie for me. Understandable. as a it was too kitty for me, a Neopets player. You're not wrong. Glass House. Webkins was my jam as a kid. Yeah, so like the idea was like that they would give you like you would basically purchase a plush, and then that plush would have a code that you could like redeem online, and then like you would get your plush as an animal in the browser. I love Webkins so much. Even as a kid, I knew how exploitative the model was, but like it was a lot of fun. It's time to spin the wheel of WoW, Starky. I might have had one of those. Because like I have a really keen memory of like, because like your Webkins could get sick, and I just remember watching like, I was like, why is my Webkins getting so sad? It's all of its needs are met. Why is it sad? Why is its health going down? Oh no! And then it's like I clicked away from the page and like refreshed it. It was like your Webkin's sick, and I'm like, oh okay, because it didn't say that it was sick. It just dropped all of its stats. Welcome on in, Slushy. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Welcome on, Silver Lining. Hi. 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 Thank you for the stretch and the hydrate as well. It's my birthday. Happy birthday, Slushy!
Hola. Hola.
Hola. Yeah, so many games are really hard for a kid to understand, especially if you're not a game player. But yeah, no, happy heckin' birthday, Slushy! It honestly, that's
not
brain.
Not.
It was my birthday a few days ago. Happy late birthday, Silver. Glad to have you. Like, hopefully you guys have been having good birthday celebrations. You do something special for yourself. Because like, I'm one of those people where I'm like, I don't want to celebrate my birthday. Not because like anything particular bad has happened on my birthdays, although something bad did happen last year. But like, not much to be done about it. What's a
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
You know what? You nailed it. But you know, I'm of the like I'm in a place where I'm like, there's not really much reason for me to celebrate a birthday. Like I kind of view birthdays more as like celebrations for the person who like, so people like people's friends can celebrate them, which like isn't necessarily a bad way of viewing viewing birthdays, but it is maybe, you know, it basically means I have difficulties kind of self-motivating to do anything special on my own. So I'm just like, I don't really care. Oh, what are my angles today? Is it an artist thing where like you feel like it feels like some days like your lines are like your curves are bad, and then someday your like angles are bad.
Please,
sorry,
please, do not push the button. You have no idea what it.
Okay, cool. It is being limited for you guys. Oh god, and it's it's the longest one. I need to practice that more. I don't know why, the second pipe makes me laugh. You know, I'm surprised that like this one was allowed on like YouTube, because I'm pretty sure that this is actual just like what happens in the anime. Anyways, now that Jugumu and Jugumu had their fights. Oh man, the classical gag in this was a classic gag in college. Like, he just throws up. I think that's the sound of him biting his own tongue. Triangles. Okay, like, is it weird that I feel like my motor control has gotten worse as I've become an adult? Because like I was eating Chinese food for lunch. Oh, it's a Scandroid. Welcome on, Scribbles. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. No, that's a thing. Okay, so I'm not crazy because I was eating lunch and I was like using chopsticks, and I've used chopsticks since high school, so it's about a decade at this point of like practice with them. And if you're not practicing, you don't keep the skill. Because I bit down, I guess, when the chopstick was still in my mouth, and I like almost chipped a tooth. It was really unpleasant because the muscles lose strength. Scribbles was just listening to this. Oh, okay. Someone put this into the queue. But yeah, no, we do have open song requests, so feel free to throw stuff in there. Although if it's not the vibe, I will probably skip it. I reserve the right to skip it if it does not fit the vibe. I've been specifically been studying this in preschoolers. Interesting. Because it's like, I guess to be fair, it's like one of those things like you as you get an adult, that's been my whole job for the last 2 years. Oh, okay. So you're like, are you doing something like with childhood development? Like childhood psychology or whatever? I guess it'd be childhood physiology. I'm not entirely clear on the difference between the two. Isn't like psychology is specifically like thought patterns, and physiology is like the actual chemical balances of the brain? I feel like that's kind of how it gets used. More writing lessons for pre-K centers that emphasize STEM learning. Okay. Unless the A means something. I'm used to STEM. There's STEM, and then there's the female because STEM is traditionally considered like the list of male-dominated fields. And there actually is an analogous version for female-dominated fields, which is neat. Nursing, early education, nursing, early education. A is either it's not administration. It's not accounting, but yeah. A is the art, is the form of design. Okay. That makes sense. I believe it's welcome on, guys. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I think it's exclamation mark wrong song. All one word. No, not a movie trailer. I think the wrong song removes the last song you did. Yeah, there it is. Welcome on a Buck. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Hey, if my mods are here, can you give a shout out to Buck? Buck is a heckin' Sweet Bean. Also, Gadget's a heckin' Sweet Bean too. And of course the nut button. Actually, so we might be getting more emotes soon because I discovered that Tag Tygon, who does a lot of emote stuff for a variety of streamers out there, I really wanted to be part of his Patreon so I could be part of his like monthly emote group. And it turns out that he had some slot open. So we'll finally have some more professionally made emotes. I guess is the most generous way I can describe replacing my own emotes with someone else's. But also, like, I definitely want to because Tag does animated emotes that are really good. But yeah, when it comes to fine motor skills, I took inspiration from the neurodiverse crowd and the fidget toys. It made activities that have similar soothing repetitions that is pleasing and self-motivating and gets the kids to practice the skill. Interesting. So I'm currently in the queue for Tag. Ooh, what are you gonna get? You're gonna get like a PNG tuber or something? Well, Tag's definitely been popping off with art, which is honestly like I'm really happy for him. The dude deserves recognition. Okay. We're almost done with the warm-ups. There we go. That's fine. And then circles. For example, to practice scissor skills, we give them plate out and then use an extruder to make a clay carrot. And they take the scissors to make a little carrot slices for pretend soup. That's adorable. And get some emotes. Yeah, that's like my goal is like emotes, and then if I can snag a bunch of animated emote slots for him. Because like I like the easy animate option that Twitch offers. It's really nice for like for some things. But also I just like to have my own custom animation emotes. We just mash it all back together for doing it all over again. That's actually kind of fun. Honestly, like, kids are wild to interact with because simultaneously you will get some of the most bizarre behavior you've ever seen and some of the most, like, genuinely deep, philosophically fascinating questions. So it's like I imagine it's like what the guy, like, you know, when they worked with the macaw that asked if it was gray, like that it blew the researcher's mind because no bird had ever like vocalized self-awareness. Like I imagine that's what it's like working with kids most of the time. But at least preschool is a lot more consistent. Understandable. This is you get one PP, you get one Buddy Holly. We're not turning this into a PP channel, I promise. Kasai put this in the queue and left. Kasai, I get 2 today. You get 2 today. Okay. So the thing we're working on today is this. I'm working on a secondary Sona, which is I'm in the process of iterating. Okay. These are the references I was going to use, but badger, yeah, it's going to be a badger. It's going to be a dragon badger because I really like the like horns. I like the like scaly wings. And to figure out what else is going to be badger inspired by him. My favorite animal. I think badger sonas are definitely like underrepresented. I think. Okay. Go ahead and like actually give myself a. There you go. That's a little bit better of a ratio to use. Okay. I spy a Redwall badger. Yeah, someone said hey, you know, this is a good inspiration for a badger design. I'm like, you know what it is? All right. Let me go to my visual reference thing. It's like I'm looking at this and I'm like, this actually, all things considered, isn't that bad. I was actually kind of I'm surprised looking back, like it's not great, but it's looking back with retrospect, it definitely could have come out a lot worse. Okay. Where are my bookmarks? Firefox, why did you update to remove the fucking bookmarks from the like new tab page? Bookmarks. I definitely bookmarked it. Animal photo art reference. I thought they would. I thought that you would like that. Wait. Were you the person who suggested that? Because like it was actually a good reference. Okay. So now that I think that this like design wise, admittedly I need to add because eyebrows here. The question is, do I like the horns? That's a good question. I don't know if I like the horns yet. They do. It reminds me a lot of Behemoth, so like I am somewhat biased. The question is, what would the other style of horns look? I'm thinking about it because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to like basically, you know, I'm more or less gonna have to like, well, come on, walk, let me sweet bean, bird, wolf, or I guess based on your fursuit, snip. Okay, that's not how you draw a circle. Well, come on, Zanik, glad to have you, sweet bean. Okay, and then horns were always a fun thing to think about when I was using my goat sona. It's like because like I do like. Turkey, I shared the comment I got from Ixu of Bucks at Dirk Behemoth, right? Yes, you did. It's very, very cute. They did a good job. Okay. There we go. I can remember. It's all good. I it's really like if I didn't see like get it personally from a like you sending it to me, I definitely saw it on your Twitter or Blue Sky. Okay. So badgers. Badgers have kind of like a long snoot going on. You should really watch The Boys. It's so good. Here's the thing. If I'm going to watch a show, I need someone a good snout for digging. Exactly. If I'm going to watch a show, it's because one of my friends has sat me down, trapped me in their home, and then forced me to watch it. It's the only way I ever watch shows. Oh yes, I don't like sitting down watching TV. Yeah. Well, it's more like my anxiety gets up when I'm not actively doing something and don't have friends to distract. Like part of why I love going to my friend's house is because like it's like one of the best excuses. All right, we return to the Saka Bam Bass song. Actually, I got the Saka Bam Bass plushie, which along's work as well. Seeing how I doubt I could have gotten Starky to watch Death Parade. Yeah, it's like it's not because like I don't want to watch these things. I really do. The problem is that it's like I struggle like to actually relax. Okay, like I actually need to figure out where. I think it's actually like. Ever started to watch Beastars? I actually have seen Beastars. But yeah, like, if I'm not actively working on something, my brain is like anxiety. And then like I'm just like, fuck. Then I just start working on something. I wonder if I might be overthinking this. I think I'm probably overthinking this, unfortunately. The overthinking will continue, unfortunately. But yeah, so if I'm at a friend's house, I like have an excuse to not be working on things, so I'm actually able to like properly relax. Welcome on, or thank you for the hydrate. There we go. Lots of thoughts have to have in the big science brain. Exactly. Thank you for the save, although there's kind of not really enough to save. I don't feel like yet. All right, we're no longer in June or July, so I have to make an August. All right. Badger Derg. That's what we'll name it. I need to also figure out a new name for him. For winning the Boys is a lot of 18 plus scenes, some of them almost making me want to quit watching. I watched The Fall of House Usher, and in episode 2 of The Fall of House Usher, a group of people get melted by acid water. So like, I can watch whatever. We've entered August. I did see a decent number of August posts already, which is kind of wild. Or Boagist. Or maybe Guagist. Okay. Yo, StarkyMorph, Pokemon and Corey. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Not seeing any of those theme posts. It's Vor, so like if that's your speed, go for it. I had to run a meeting today with 2 deaf clients and no ASL interpreter, but we needed to pull stuff from their machines, so that was a bit of a struggle. Oof. That sounds pretty bad. Either that or Vorgist. I'm not referring to violent scenes, by the way. Oh, like sex scenes? Okay, I've also seen Devilman Crybaby, which if you've seen episode 1 of Devilman Crybaby, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, so like eyes. Because like I want him to have like kind of like an annoyed expression. Yeah, there we go. That's the kind of eye we're looking at. I want to give him resting bitch face. Welcome on in, Riss. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Give a shout out for Pretty Husky Riss. It's a lovely anime, by the way. Devil May Cry Baby. It was really good. Episode 1 definitely had me wondering if I wanted to watch the rest of the series, but thank God it was the worst it ever got. We were able to use Zoom, which helped, but it was less than ideal for all of us. Yeah. Welcome on in, Riss. I see you're enjoying your new emote. Okay. I think... There we go. There we go. That's an eye. I'm putting off actually drawing the fucking snoot. Welcome on to Obsidian. Glad to have you, sweet bean. We're drawing a heckin' this. It be Friday. It do be Friday. Well, that depends on what the bird means by the worst it was / got. So episode 1 of Devilman Crybaby ends with an orgy turned violent blood mass murder session. And it shows everything. What the fuck are we listening to? Okay, it was Breaking Bad. That makes sense. I'm doing well. How are you? I'm doing all right. You to you. Okay, so it needs to be closer or a little bit bigger. But yeah, at the house, I'm supposed to house it. The first clock says 6:21. Pink Floyd merged with Dead Man. Yeah, I think it's basically Pink Floyd and Dead Man Wonderland. Welcome on, Ivan. Glad to have you, sweet pea. Can we show for Ivan? Ivan's a super amazing artist. Okay. Okay, so this is a relatively... What the fuck is this? You're a super amazing artist? I would not just... I will accept the term artist. I will not accept the term super amazing artist. Buddy Holly, but they forgot the words and started singing. Hey, Thuriel, are you okay? He's getting better at each and every day. I am making progress. I love the 2D tuber you did of me. Oh yeah, what's the name of him? Welcome on in, Scribbly Noodle. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Give me a shout out for Z, for Scribbly Noodle. I'm doing a heckin' art. Or at least I'm trying to do a heckin' art. It's an emote. Oh my god, that is a great emote, actually. I'm gonna go ahead and sneak a shout out in from my mods, so that way I can shame them for not being around. Scribbly Noodles. There we go. Go give the Lion Stow to follow. He's super amazing, super great voice, super great art. Highly recommend him. Very early streams if you're here in the States, but I was typing it too slow. You're amazing. No, but actually I did a heckin' art of you. Admittedly, this was like, because like, it's still early on in my art career, so like you can definitely see I'm pretty sure if I open this I can see my progress. Open gift art. Yes, I think this is, yeah. No, that's the Kusa shitpost. There we go, that's the one. Yeah, this is Alec here on the left and Scribbly on the right. Oh god. Yeah. I'm like, because like I could already do this so much better. Because like it's just a I love this so much. I'm glad you like it. I now like I can see the partner juice, the partner goo. But like I'm like, because I'm looking at this, I'm like, I could have, it's one of those things where it's like, I think I'm realizing an artist that you're never satisfied. So like because like I could have, if like, basically like make the paper bend slightly. So that way like it looks like it's actually being gripped by something. Lovely, want some juice of partners. But yeah, no, it's one of the things where like, I guess if, I could sit here and nitpick it all day, but it did turn out pretty well, especially because this was like only my 3rd or 4th actually finished piece. Today we are going through the process of redesigning this bad boy, who is my secondary Sona. I just wasn't really that attached to my previous design. I liked him, but he was a little bit too pure for what I was wanting the Sona for. He was giving too much uwu as opposed to you know, like I want to be able to get some sussy art of this, but English badges are very cute. They are. So like that's why I'm like, okay, redesigning it with like okay, I think there we go. Okay. You it's now too close. Eyes are like the one thing, like they're definitely I think my even more than hands, because I don't draw hands that often. Like I think eyes are my current biggest struggle. Look, nobody else drew me something when I hit it, so the thought means so much, and I think you did a great job. Well, thank you. I'm glad I could do something special. Honestly, it's one of those things where it's like, not that I was expecting fan art or anything either. Honestly, fair enough. It's like, it's just an opportunity to do something nice. So I'm like, you know what? Let's take it. And also, like, it is because like when I make stuff for friends, it's like such a great motivator to like actually buckle down and try to make something really, really nice. Because like I have the thing that I did for Luna recently, and I felt bad. I feel bad when I do, like, because like I'm like, oh my god, all the partner art comes so late afterwards. It's like the time between like Lunar hitting a partner and me actually finishing up the Lunar art was like a month, but it ended up turning out pretty all right. Got some really nice colored pencils for my birthday. I need to get back into drawing. Drawing's a lot of fun. It's also incredibly stressful. But yeah, no. So they're like, you know, there's a lot of. I think I get it's art is weird because like you simultaneously see so much progress and also like don't really notice how much that's really good. Circle, thank you. It ended up taking me, I think, a total of like 20 hours to make that. So like it's like I realized I can make art. I just need to kind of get better about like learning things in terms of like muscle memory. I'd rather draw on the PC instead of paper instead of wasting my ink and pen. Like for me, the big reason that I don't think I could be a traditional artist is because I look at traditional art and I'm like, I fuck up constantly. Like, for example, even with this eye, I was like, okay, the eye is the incorrect size. Let me grab the lasso tool and fix it. Not being able to do that in paper would be just like, I'd just be like, I can't make progress. Okay, badger. Badger. That's too big. Okay. I did open a program specifically so I could grab a better visual reference for this. Oopsies, that's we're looking for badger. Okay. One thing that I definitely made peace with is just acknowledging the fact that I'm gonna have to be like I'm still a long way away from being able to like make things off like directly without relying on visual reference. I mean, like that is probably like a high level art thing, is being able to just be like, yeah, here's here's this thing that I've made with basically no like with basically no, you know, actual like reference used. Okay. I definitely like in the eyes so far. The eyes, we got the snoot, which is it's kind of like a big booper. I don't think I want the schnoz quite that big. Welcome on in, Magic Guy. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. They do have like the badgers do just have like it's just straight up a circular nose. Also, using visual reference is fine. People at all skill levels use references all the time. It's an important part of realism, as in things make sense, not necessarily just things look photoreal. That makes sense. There we go. Whoops, big old stormy system rolling in. Yeah, I think that just passed me kind of briefly. Because, like, I definitely, like, when I was taking a bath, I definitely heard thunder rolling outside. Also, welcome on an Onyx. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I'm trying to, okay. So I guess this is, like, this is part of the snoot, and then... There we go. That looks... Because, like, if I erase, basically, the line head indicators, and if I just... Gigajad chin. No, that's not right. Okay. I'm also gonna like I can just make the schnoz look like whatever I want it to. And I like the round schnoz, but like it definitely doesn't quite it's not giving exactly what I want. So like I'll go ahead and flatten it a little bit. It'll be a little closer to like a dog's snout, but who the hell is Giga Jad? I was saying Giga Chad, but also now I want to draw Giga Jad. I feel like there's there's an Omori reference baked in there somewhere.
No. No.
Welcome on in, Subi. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean.
What does this button do? Please, please, do not push the button. You have no idea what it...
Come check this out. What's up? Nothing much. It's just right over here. Oh, you good, bro?
Oh my god, no, not the fire alarm, man. But yeah, we are vibing, and I am slowly losing my mind to art. You know what? It's not in like H.P. Lovecraft's tales. Artists are usually the ones that go mad, and I like to think that it's not because they're intrinsically like it's like something intrinsic to the artist mindset, but it's just because they're so fucking deeply exhausted from redrawing the same line 10,000 times. Just rebuild the original motorcycle carburetors and swap the back end. Ooh. Hey, Starky, how goes the arting and farting going? Welcome on in, Nom. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Give me a shout for Nom. This is basically all that, like, this and my warm-up page are basically the only things I've done so far, and it's been, oh my god, it's been 40 minutes. Or lacking the motivation to draw a single line, honestly, though. But yeah, I'm drawing, so this is my second Sona. I'm in the process of redesigning him so I can get art that I want, but I don't necessarily feel comfortable putting Starky in. So like not safe for work art, but also like in roles. My art is a stick figure. Art takes a lot of practice, and like I still don't consider myself to be good at art. Like I've received compliments of my art, but like part of me can only ever seem to focus on the mistakes. Which I know is like it's not deterring me, but it is like it's not necessarily like painting the full picture to my brain. That's a mood. I feel that way about streams. Yeah, it's like because like streaming is also a form of art. It's like streaming is just straight up visual. It's like it's performance art. So like it is that same like you, and like there are times where I think every streamer goes through at least one stream where they hop off and they're like, that was terrible. The mistakes though can be a strength. You're not wrong, because like basically by being able to see the mistakes, you improve. You learn more from your mistakes than what you get right. I can do 3D, but I can't really paint or draw for shit half the time. It's funny because I actually think 3D is harder because you can't cheat in 3D. In 2D, like like I can draw this and draw like a I hear like little cat face, but like you can't cheat in 3D. Okay, you can't get away with it to the same degree, I think is one of the things. At the very least, depending on like what it's being used for. Because like if the model is meant to be looked at from all angles, then you can't you have to be kind of pretty thorough. Shaders and textures that cover bad geometry, that makes sense. But also like I feel like those like the illusion of that falls apart if you look at it from certain angles. Just add infinite triangles. Okay, I have a story. Blurbsberry, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Live Check. Glad to have you. But at the same time, the most experience of fine art I've had was at secondary school, and my refined fine motor skills developed late because that's how autism works. Yeah, unfortunately. But welcome on in, though, Blurbsberry. If I can ask, how did you find me? Welcome on an Isopod moment. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. So I was trying to upload this low poly model to VRChat. And I was, I'm trying to figure out you absolutely can cheat in 3D. Okay, so I just don't know what I'm talking about, which is fair. Like I said, I'm not a 3D artist. I tried to upload this model to VRChat. Milk Tea viewers also watch. Okay. Jake Bing, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Live Check. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I recognize you, Jake Bing, because you're from DA's community. It's just different in technique. Okay. So I tried uploading, this is a low poly model. I tried uploading this to VRChat, except I wasn't really familiar. Like this is a VRM file, which is fine, except Unity doesn't work with VRM files. You need to actually have like the raw raw textures and stuff. The song is Taika no Tatsujin. Oh yeah, I believe this is One Piece's this is One Piece's first opening, We Are. GA the Shmie, Brahmi to you. I'm glad. Welcome on in. Almost there's not a hell of a lot of space to hide stuff. It's in the game. VRM's is the worst file format that got popular. Love One Piece. Honestly, I got into One Piece like last year, and when I hit Alabasta and I started noticing things that were like hinted at early on, I was a little bad because I was like, God damn it, One Piece is mostly worth the hype, ain't it? I'm like, fuck, I have to watch the rest of the series. But yeah, welcome on in, Digi. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Can we have a shout for Digi? DigiWolf is speaking of 3D artists, DigiWolf is also a 3D artist. And Doodle Den, welcome on in. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Shout out for DigiWolf and the Doodle Den. DigiWolf, 3D artist. He did an absolutely amazing version of Husk from Hasbin Hotel. That's definitely not his name. I can't remember what his name is. Whoops. Doodledon is a 2D artist, does a lot of painting stuff, and genuinely absolutely amazing style. But yeah, so this is a VRM file, which is like, it's usable. It's not great. I tried uploading it to VRChat. And the file came with basically like a converter to be like, okay, VRM to whatever. Instead of needing some random plugin that one Japanese guy made that regularly updated to last year. So this is a VRM. I uploaded to VRC Companion. I then tried to upload it in, and it says that this thing has a couple trillion triangles, and I'm like, what? What the fuck do you mean this thing has several trillion triangles? It turns out that's because I was trying to load it basically as a raw file instead of like actually using the translator that was included. Yeah, VSF is way more fluent. Jellybean convinced me. The VRM plugin is real. The funny thing is it didn't even fucking work because Falcon Trace did a great job. and it was the kind of thing where like if I were quicker to try and upload my model, I probably could have talked to him about. The model I'm using has a fixed camera. Do you have a RAM for 1 trillion tries? No! Which means just like, how the fuck are you coming to this number? That's the part that was wild to me. Trillions of tries sounds like a really shit remesh. It was because it was basically taking the object without actually using the hash, like using the map of the triangles, and was trying to recreate it. So it was brute forcing it, I think is what was happening. It is a read-only problem. Got this one before. Welcome on over to Encon. Glad to have you. Yeah, I think that was basically what was going on. It was trying to brute force like remake the model without actually knowing the original like triangle location. So it just settled on doing a couple trillion triangles, which is wild. And then it turns out that this model has a fixed camera angle to it, and I don't know why. I could not tell you why. There's like a fixed camera that's specifically looking directly into the face of this model, and I can't remove it. Oh wait, no, the guy updated the Blender plugin for FVRM yesterday. Ooh, he is still updating it. Okay, so I might need to look into that to see if I can use it to translate my model so I can actually use it in VR chat. Also, I keep getting... We've just been having model discussion, which, you know... Play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. I almost lost the 3D board, by the way, Starky. You did send me the file, and it still exists in... what's it called? Darling, kiss me. Oh god, this is actually making me realize how much I'm cheating with the angles here. All I worship and adore. Okay, so now that I think about it. Oh, wait. I think I'm doing it right. I think it's just weird kind of jank. So like if we you know. Nope, that's not the right brush. Juggy, I love your playlist. This is all song requests. So this is, people are just throwing, how are you cheating? Because of the like eye placement, but then I realized, oh wait, the eyebrows wraps around with the head. Because like in my mind, I'm like, you know, because I'm like, if I put the eyebrow here, the eyebrow is supposed to be equidistant from the central line to the, like, from the central line, so which we would put it right around here. And then my brain was like, well, that's not right. Like it you know, it would just shoot off the face. But then I'm like, no, you idiot. It's because it wraps around the face. 3 dimensions in art is a struggle. Okay, so we need the brow line. There we go. I am in blood steeped so far that I should wade no more, returning whereas tediouses go over. VRC devs when asked about why they keep using VRM. 2D art is all about translation. You don't need to literally translate. Yeah. Yeah. It's also like it's one of those things where it's like I want to make sure I'm not falling into like bad art habits. Cause like as much as it is a meme, the like it's just my art style genuinely is a result of bad art habits. So like, you know, if I figure, hey, like if I avoid developing those now, I won't have to, you know. Okay, the question is, okay, so how do I want the rest of the head to be shaped? What even is a bad art habit? I guess it's like, it's any habit that tends to lead to art that isn't conveying an idea properly. I guess that's like, because like, like stylistically speaking, if you see someone whose face is like this is like the horizontal line and it's a forward facing and their eye is like this, you would be like, you know, like and the rest of the face is like trying to be like realistic. You'd be like, you know, you'd be like, okay, so something's going wrong with this person. Like, you know, they're basically half-assing it. But like, depending on the context, this could work if it's like like a the Remembrance of Time style, like everything's melting. For context, that's the monologue Macbeth delivers when he goes "fuck it, we ball" in Act 3. Mess around because she loves me so. You know what? Lo-fi like vaporwave 90s songs is kind of a banger. Like, okay. Okay. And now I'm trying to figure out. So I definitely want hair, I definitely want a beard, and I definitely want horns. Like I feel like I feel really happy with the way this design ended up working out. The thing is, I just need to like make sure I can retranslate and draw it multiple times. There we go. That looks a little better. It's also because like this is just for me, so like to some degree, I'm like, what do I want? I need to keep reminding myself. Oh, we are about to get hit with a 3 minutes of ads. In about a minute, it will be starting. So feel free to go grab like a drink, go take a stretch. It is only every hour, and also it does mean that we turn off pre-rolls. Is Starky have been good boys with song requests? Yes, except for my mods. Weirdly enough, my mods have been the problem. Although I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. I've been mostly good. Except for the two Buddy Hollies. To be fair, I did say you could have two Buddy Hollies. Have you gotten your two? I'm the odd exception of being a mod to not Gremlin the host. To be fair, like both are. I think there's value in both. As someone who is a more laid back in DA's, like in DA's chat, I'm mod and I'm a little bit more like properly behaved. I still give him shit because like, you know, I that's just the person I am. But like I don't, you know, with like Pop-Mutt's stream where like I feel like messing with him, it gives him a lot of content and he has a lot of fun with it.
What does
Of course, friends
this
poke fun at each exactly.
do? Please, please, do not push
I'm not
the
liking the look of
button.
that.
You have no idea of what it...
Duck this one.
You should have ducked that one, unfortunately. Why the long face? Oh yeah. So if Twitch goes dark mode one more time, I'm gonna go do things in Minecraft. Hmm. How's this looking? This is just for me, but I am also very self-conscientious. Unfortunately for you, light theme is right theme. Okay. Well, I didn't mean to give him Cloud-esque hair, but okay. So I definitely like the like beard. You know, beard here. Welcome on, Cos. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Why do I recognize this? Oh, yeah, okay, I know where I recognize this from. But joke's on me, I use light mode. Okay. I think the only platform I use light mode on is YouTube, and I don't know why. I could switch to dark mode, but I just, Ruby, yep. Here's the thing. Ruby as a story had a lot of problems. Ruby soundtrack, pretty banger. iRaptor Gaming, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Bloodcheck. Glad to have you. Story ended where when the lead writer passed away. That's fair. The motive people for people who hate the gift of sight. This way to watch Ruby is just listening to the music. I wish just stop after season 3. It honestly, unfortunately, stop after season 3. Like, as someone who watched everything except for the most recent season, and now Rooster Teeth is just like Rooster Teeth. I think is officially defunct at this point. Y'all are weak. Same. Seen all the last one. And then like a lot of shit came out about Rooster Teeth, and I'm like, nah, I don't think I'm gonna watch the final season. I believe so because Death Battle has to be kickstarted again. Yeah. I knew about the Death Battle situation. I just haven't checked up to see if they actually like hit their Kickstarter goal. Okay. I'm not feeling the hair. Actually, let me instead of doing this, let's light mode is the preferred way for most programs. I haven't watched Ruby's, but I've seen HBR's retrospective about it, and like I get it. It had promise and some serious effort put in, but no idea of where it actually go, which seems like a waste of great talent in many ways. I think it had an idea. I believe 6 episodes have been funded. Yeah, Bowser versus Eggman is going to be so good. There's definitely ideas there that I think are merit, like that they're like I think could have been developed in the ways that were fascinating, but like they just didn't.
Starky Kasai
What's up, Chris?
uses Discord light mode. Please crease his Jordans now.
If I crease his Jordans, I have to remod him, you know. But yeah, it's a series with a lot of potential, and then it just when the creator died, the show didn't have any ideas, and the fights just fell flat. I think the fights still stand up. I mean, that might be a controversial opinion, but the fights for the rest of the series are still pretty fucking good. They definitely needed a season or two to figure out what they were doing, but season 5 fights were pretty solid, and like they had fun ideas in them. But it's just I'm hated because I tell the truth. It's just the ideas that like they developed and that were clearly going to be run with got kind of pushed to the side. I think because Monty wasn't there to say like, there's a reason that I'm doing this. I think Ruby falls apart because of its story, not because of the animation. wasn't also totally written as but wasn't it also totally written as things went along? There kind of there is some hints in the first two seasons about what happens in season 3. Blame the Wasp people too, the people who pushed Rooster Teeth to progress Yang and Blake's relate. Oh my fucking god. That the way that relationship developed and just basically became out of nowhere was so fucking frustrating. Building the track under the train. There are, because like if you rewatch seasons 1 and 2, they're clearly laying like points that end up getting paid off in season 3. So there is some amount of forward planning, and I think that I kind of, you know, sub BBG. Welcome on to Five Guys a Night. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Shippers should never be listened to Storywise IMO. Molly had like the first 10 plus seasons written. Yeah, but I imagine that all like that's overarching. Yeah, like that's probably the bullet points. Welcome on to Cedar. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. That's like the overarching of like, you know, the way that things are written overarching, which almost certainly didn't include some of the finer details to really indicate that like, hey, we are hinting at stuff before it happens. Chipper should have known bringing the story. Here, okay. I think of the characters that are introduced, welcome on Fatal Claim, is glad to have you. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. It makes a lot of sense from a writer's standpoint to have Yang and Blake end up together because of the way season 3 ends. Welcome on to Pix. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. The fact that Blake blamed herself for what happened to Yang, which also among the many drop plot points, Yang just doesn't suffer from PTSD from what she went through, which is horseshit. But like, it makes, from like a story standpoint, it makes a lot of sense and retroactively makes the fact that Yang lost her arms so much more painful. What y'all talking about? We're talking about Ruby. What kind of sweet bean am I? Jelly bean? Yes. Welcome on to Velfred. Glad to have you. But like, it retroactively makes that scene so much more painful. Which is like great, because you know you want your characters to suffer. This is writing advice. Make your characters suffer. Wait, Yang did suffer from, and had nightmares about Adam. Yeah, but like they don't meaningfully play into the story, so it just ends up being a like, you know, it ends up being a like a token like representation in case you're confused by the pronunciation of Ruby. That's fair. It just, I think, like the way it feels to me, and backed up by the fact that there are notes about what was supposed to happen. I choose to debate that, but on a stream, fair enough. It really does feel like they had the overarching ideas, but then they didn't really understand why some of those ideas were happening. Which kind of makes sense because like they were working with Cliff Notes. Okay. Starky watch party on Discord. I probably not, if only just because I do not want to support Rooster Teeth in any way. Like, I actually had, luckily this was a friend who wasn't working in the animation department. Actually, no, she was working in the animation department. She wasn't actually one of the people who was meaningfully, like, really hurt by the people who did shit. Oh, we bootleg that shit? Fair enough. No, okay, you. What the fuck? Play transformation. No. You? There we go. I overslept. Welcome on, Eliana. It's good to have you, Sweet Bean. The difference is themes are set dressing and the themes is the driver of the story. Yes. No longer time to school without enough time there was kind of weird. I think season 3 as an endpoint for the school arc makes a lot of sense because the entire point is that they're basically being flung into the world without actually having the proper training. But like, I have problems even with season 1 and season 2 because the bully arc in season 1 is just so fucking lame. It's just so boring. Season 3 makes it worth it in retrospect, but like, season 1 and 2 are bad. Season 3 is like genuinely great. And then seasons 4 through 5 alternate between like terrible and middling. And then like they kind of reintroduce some fun ideas right before the series completely kicks the bucket. So it's like I could not recommend RWBY to anyone. As someone who's seen most of it, I couldn't in good faith do it. Okay, ears. Actually, what if we give them... Dragons don't really have ears, do they? They have, like... I guess they have, like... Oopsies. Nope, that's not what I wanted. If you have something like a Civil War in your story, it'll feel unimportant if it's there but has no consequence. But if it ties into what the story wants to say, then it has weight. Yeah. Isn't RWBY had like Japanese adaptation like Powerpuff Girls? You might be thinking of Penny and Stocking with Garter Belt, which is that anime is fucking wild. It's good. It's got its problems. It's got its like very real problems for sure. But like, it is really it's a fun watch. I'm tired because I got no sleep, cleaned my room frantically, got my stuff moved to house sit, barely ate any food today, and basically have been doing an expanding task with zero self-care. Nah. Casa, take a break. Go get food, go get water, and like sit for a moment. we practice self-care in here. Grips you. Yeah, the question is like, where do I want the mouth to be? That strikes me as being
What
good.
does this button do? Please, please, do not push the button. You have no idea what it...
This kitchen is so hard
We got a
to
remix.
clean.
Check, get your jams
There
out.
was an easier way.
New kitchen gun. Sparkles like new. Yeah, all clean again. Sparkles like you.
Button.
I love you, kitchen gun.
Dun, 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 dun,
Just reach out
dun.
from kitchen gun. Say goodbye. Yeah, all clean again.
Sparkles like new. I love these gun emotes that are firing. Kitchen Gun was famous in Korea too. Are you watching the Olympics? No. It's not that I don't want to. The Olympics is pretty cool. Like seeing people genuinely like getting their opportunity to like be on the world stage for something that they're so passionate about is amazing. I just don't really have a place to watch it and also no free time to watch it. I love this genre of YouTube. Too bad it's mostly died out. This would have been perfect for TikTok culture. Okay. Thick eyebrows are a definite for this character. We need Badger. Okay, I think I might need to. It's like we got to add the Badger stripes. The only event I'm waiting to watch is the rock climb event. You know, that's fair. Okay. So there's the stripes. I prefer the Winter Olympics, to be honest. The Summer Olympics are pretty cool. For me, like, the big thing is, like, this is why, if you want me to watch a thing, you have to, like, invite me to your house and then trap me there, like I'm, like, a cryptid that's gonna try and escape the moment you look away. Because, like, I'm like, I would love to watch the Olympics. Unfortunately, I have, like, 2 streams open at all times, and also, like, I'm moderating for at least one of them. I enjoy hot, sweaty men doing things like wrestling. Excellent. Did you see the... There was, like, one of those unhinged, like, posts that was, like... The Olympics is now satanic and they'll bring back naked Greco-Roman wrestling, and I'm like, fuck man, if only. Kitchen Gun lives rent-free in my head due to modding for Goldie. Understandable. Bang, bang, bang! I love you, Kitchen Gun! Yeah, Gadget. Okay. So I feel like... The Olympics is a mess currently because they're accusing women of being men and such. Oh my fucking god. Like, here's the thing. There's genuinely, like, reason to boycott the Olympics. Because, like, it is an organization that is funded in part by some deeply hateful groups that are encouraging the deaths of various people. So, like, I even setting aside, like, the fact that I just don't have the time to watch the Olympics, I probably wasn't going to watch it on, for ethical reasons. I'm not, which isn't to say, like, I'm going to poo-poo anyone who is, watching it just because they want to. But, like, like, it's really not that hard to just be like, okay, like, just don't be shit about everything all the time, okay? Grasp, like, the worst 10% of America. Stop being the way that you are. Love the Olympics because the idealist in me admires how the majority of us can all come together under common respect and understanding rather than going down to the nationalist route, but it's not perfect for so many reasons. Replace the oil because it had fuel in it. The motorcycle holds 3 quarts. I drained 7.5 quarts. What the? Your motorcycle is like has a pocket dimension. Yeah, you can like criticize the Olympics for putting their cities in debt, not because the drag queens and the butch women are competing.
Listen up. This is important.
What's up?
You all lost the game. You are manually blinking and manually breathing. The Wii is 18 years old. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
It's worth it.
Also is 1-2-250 loss.
Worth it. It's worth it. Worth it. I'm gonna have to remod him, but it was worth it. Well, come on. All I heard is Starky likes big sweaty men. Listen. That's why I'm drawing this character. The carburetors were leaking gas. Oh my god. So there's only so much I can take before I hit my fucking limit. Okay, where do I put the ears? I like the big. I guess like I can just give him bare ears.
What does
Just give him the soft
Please,
bell ears.
please, do not push the button. You have no idea what it.
Water. We got another remix. Water. You've reached peak, Phil. You're not wrong. Dexter's Lab, yep. Luckily, it's short enough where I don't get caught by DMCA and get nuked off of YouTube. What if I want to get Lemonade? Lemonade has water. Why do you not look at it all like an ear?
Rats, where the rats?
Beside the ancient lords of the
To pay respects to Kasai, he went too far and Starky fucking murdered him. Lemau skill issue.
He knows what he did. He deserved it. Honestly, with the Warner Brothers, there's a chance they're gonna nuke all Cartoon Network content anyway. I think it's only like 2 seconds of audio, which means I don't think it's even in like I don't think YouTube will even notice the fact that I have it. I might need to make the head longer. I mean, from their catalog, not your channel. Yeah. Because they're currently just like destroying everything, unfortunately. Which is like a fucking huge shame, honestly. I hate capitalists. Hate them. Not a fan of them. There we go. Tax write-offs intensify. If you're writing off a product as taxes, it should become public domain. We should be allowed to use Ed, Edd and Eddy however we like. If we're paying the fucking taxes because you don't want to own it anymore. That's I think that is the hard and fast rule. You're not allowed to defend an IP that you do not claim on your taxes. Turkey, how would you summarize 90 hours of Disco Elysium and 20 hours of Bioshock like that? I need to play Disco Elysium. Is Disco Elysium really 90 hours? I should have the Looney Tunes are doing fuck all with it. I like how Starkey didn't even hesitate to absolutely snap my cords. The instant you went from losing the game to like casting the rest of the ancient internet spells, I was like, okay, it's time to crease his Jordans. I understand the sentiment behind that argument, but it completely fucks the creators while letting the studios off. You're not wrong. The thing is, like, the creators want to have access to the things that they made anyway, and it's not like they're going to be able to use the IP if it's being locked up by a company. As we're having the rights, yeah, that makes more sense. It's like reverting the rights to the original artists and authors. There we go. Disco Elysium is a long game only because you're basically reading an excellent narrated novel. Yeah, that's it. Because like I was looking at Disco Elysium, I'm like, this reminds me a lot of Baldur's Gate 3. Like, admittedly, it was before Baldur's Gate 3, but like the structure of it is very similar. There we go. There's a lot of side stuff. Really, I just don't want people getting screwed because they sold it to the wrong people the first time around. Understandable. Honestly, let Disney keep Mickey Mouse, definitely, but they had to be producing continuous content in any medium they wish to maintain. Well, the thing is, that's how we get the fucking, like, that's how we get the live action remakes of the original, like, Disney classics. And those all suck ass. They're universally trash. I don't think there's been a good one. So, like, there is... Like, at that point, like, it becomes, okay, you remake this thing that people enjoyed, but as low effort as possible so we can maintain the rights. Yeah, D takes a lot of Planescape, Torment, and first few Baldur's Gate games. Let's make Mufasa prequel just cause. I'm really scared to ask this, but is that an actual thing that Disney is trying to do? Please tell me that they're not trying to make a Mufasa prequel. And yeah, making content is wildly vague. Putting a low effort doodle on their website technically counts. Yeah. Okay. They are. Oh my fucking god. That's so goddamn stupid. It's the sequel to the live action movie. I can't make any jokes. I can't make jokes because nothing I couldn't come up with. Rest in peace, the poor fucking authors of The Onion who have to outdo this shit. People want animation, not fake live action. Yeah, but animation's like actually like it costs some money to make it look good. And live action is cheap and also looks like garbage, and no one's gonna fucking notice because animation's for kids anyway. I hate everything. I heard even making the sequel to Princess and the Frog. Yeah, it does. It's almost like at this point, every fucking major media corporation is owned by like the richest dipshits who don't actually understand what people value in their art that they consume. Boy, that was I just basically entered a fugue state of hatred. Are you excited for Frozen 4? Elsa needs braces. I mean, I want something nice. Yeah, we could just... Here's the thing. I thought it was, like... Because, like, I've always been, like, one of the people where I'm like, do not in any way, like, get... Like, for the last... How long? How long has it been? The last couple of decades, I think. I'm so glad Frozen 2 flopped culturally. Frozen 2, from what I heard, was good, but not amazing. So it's like...
On fleek the foo. Yeah, but that backflip though. What up? I'm Jared, I'm 19, and I never bleeping learned how to read. Iridocyclitis. Stop, I could have dropped my croissant. Well, when life gives you lemons.
Fatal.
And they were roommates. My god, they were roommates.
Fatal, are you alright? Do you need to like talk to someone? No, work lurking. Think of the lurkies we be in. But you know, from what I've heard, Frozen 2 at least like the ideas of where it takes off, like because it continues from the original, but it actually like develops ideas that are interesting. If they made a third one, I didn't even fucking care about Frozen 3. You're really all I want, Starky. All I want for Christmas is bread. That's a lot of Vine memes. I do as an asexual. Wait, Frozen 3 is a thing? Someone said that they're making Frozen 4. So like I presumably Frozen 3 exists. I came back. Have you seen Christmas songs in August? Never mind, guess Frozen 2 didn't flop hard enough. That's the fucking thing. Like at this point I don't know how hard something has to fail for it to actually like get through the thick skulls of the people with the money that we don't want this anymore. Frozen 3 2026. Oh my god. If 3 and 4 got greenlit at the same time. That side was just full of a lot of pain. Okay, we got Badger. Badger, now we just need to Dragonify it. Still in development, though. We have time. We can fix the timeline. We can still fix this. It's Christmas. Frozen 2 was pretty popular, if I remember correctly, mainly because it's a kid movie and it's Disney, so people will go see it. We also have Avatars 3 to 5 to get. They made an Avatar 2? People remember Avatar 1? I'm surprised. I heard 3 will be part 1 and 4 will be part 2 of the story. Starky's gone mad. Every time I learn about what dumb shit rich people are pulling, I'm like, ugh. It's like the fastest way to get me heated, honestly. Yeah, they committed to like a 6-part series or something like that when Avatar 1 came out. Regularly, I think having to make things franchises or IPs is a curse because sometimes things are best one and done or when they're allowed to end naturally. It's just welcome on and Confused Quail. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Snoots, yes, we do be snooting it up. I'm getting distracted with a lot of chatting, but like that's also fun. Okay. So next step, facial. I think hair. Actually, you know what? You know what I can do? Because this is, I think this is the layer that you are on, right? Okay, so I can actually make a new layer above this. Judgment. Lightning just struck across the street. I like Avatar and TV series. No, Avatar The Last Airbender is great. Avatar the movie is like, does anyone actually remember a single line from that movie? Does anyone remember the villain's name from the original, like the Avatar the movie? I don't fucking remember his name. I don't remember anything about that movie. That was like a decade ago. The Way of Water sucks. Jake Sully. That's a line. Wait, is that the military McJohnson? We need to blow up the tree. That's not even a line. Also, unobtainium is the dumbest element name of all time. I don't remember his name, but I remember him really annoying me. Jake Sulfur or something. I've seen graphic games with a better story. Yeah, it's because like it's just bland generic nothing. Like it's what happens when you give someone who, you know, has infinite money. Like the dude has so much money that he just pump all of it into like, because like visually speaking, Avatar for its time was like one of the most impressive visual presentations ever made. So like I respect and recognize that. Also, it means that the story got zero fucking attention and no one remembers anything of value from it. The fact that the rare resource they called is unobtainium is really like, wow, you couldn't care, huh? Is you happy I got to see it for free. Okay. Okay, so that's hair. That's hair figured out. But, you know, like, I think the other stuff in Avatar was cool, but other than that, the actual plot's very basic. Because it's ironically enough, this massive multi-billion-dollar like exploitation of resources is about how we shouldn't be exploiting resources. James Cameron has made some excellent cornerstone films, but these just ain't it. From what I've seen, James Cameron is a great director. The dude should not be allowed at the writer's table, though. Like, he just has no place there. James Cameron's best role was his inclusion in South Park. You're not wrong. Okay. Okay, do you like One Piece live action? One Piece live action is really fucking good. There are certain... all of the changes they make sense. Like, they do make some changes, which is, like, gonna happen because One Piece, like, do live action One Piece and keep it 100% correct to the story would be A, impossible, and B, why? You can fix so much, but I like a lot of what they did with the One Piece live action, and I'm excited for season 2. Because season 2 is probably going to take us to Alabasta. Merge with the layer below. And Alabasta, I think, is like... I think a lot of people are going to get into One Piece. Like, a lot of people got into the One Piece because of the live action. And I think a lot more people are going to get into the One Piece after they do Alabasta. Because Alabasta is like one of the earlier... Yay, Desert and my Gucci. Alabasta is one of the earlier arcs where they actually like it becomes queer. It becomes queer. I mean, arguably a little bit, because that's where Mr. Tubon Clay is introduced. But that's the I think the earliest arc where it becomes clear just how long of a game Oda is able to play in terms of like structuring it, like structuring a story. There's already more gay sex than Heartstopper. Trixie would tell about the scenes where Luffy straddles Zoro. Is he, you know, to be fair, there is some amount of like queer coding going on with Zoro, and I'm kind of here for it. My theory is you have to like One Piece if you make it to Water 7. Water 7 is the... If you can make it to Water 7, you are willing to put up with enough of the anime's bullshit that you can enjoy the series. If you make it to Arlong Park in the manga, you're gonna know either if the manga is for you. For me, I look at Alabasta as being like the point where I'm like, okay, I have to finish the series, because there's clear like there's so many references to stuff that happened beforehand that I'm like, okay, for live action they're fixing a lot of the misogyny and 90s transphobia as well. Yeah, it's really fucking it's really okay. It's really funny because the karate style. So Mr. Tubon Clay is a non-binary shapeshifter. Alabasta and Arlong Park was my like, okay, I will like this point. Exactly. Arlong Park is like you're invested. Alabasta for me is like the lock-in point. Like if you liked Arlong, you're gonna read to Alabasta, and if you liked Alabasta, you're gonna read the rest of the series. But I will admit, East Blue is it's a slow burn. Yeah, there's a lot that East Blue does that you only appreciate in retrospect. But so Mr. Tubon Clay in the manga has a karate. So he's a non-binary shapeshifter, who's a karate style that, as translated in the manga, is called "Oh Come My Way Karate." Apparently the literal translation is Okama karate, which translates to homosexual karate. I kind of want them to keep that. I want them to do a literal translation because that would be fucking amazing to have him use the power of gay karate. Oh, they won't do it, but it would be really fucking funny. Better yet, gay hockey. Oh my god, that's right. I forgot because we never actually. I don't think we see any of the Okama people use hockey. Homo karate. Power of gay anime on my site. Exactly. It would be nice if they had more of the crew just kind of goofing off in the latest chapters. To be fair, in the most recent chapters of One Piece, we're getting the lore. We're getting all of the lore. All of it. Like, from my understanding, because I need to actually catch back up, because we're in the chapter where we're introduced to the guy who is referenced, I think, as early as like chapter 300 as being the smartest guy on this planet. And he is giving us all of the lore, and I need to read it. We see Red show up and be the master of gay hockey. You know what? I'd be here for it, honestly. Like the Luffy actor tried his best to recreate Luffy's possible by loving him. The guy who does Luffy's, like the actor for Luffy is genuinely like, they could not have cast him better. Shout it out. I genuinely don't think they could have done a better job casting Luffy. You know what? I'm starting to really like the design I've got going on here, which means I'm doing something right. Because like if I do like that, he's got like a rest. He's got the proper amount of resting bitch face I wanted. Luffy's so great, and so is Kobe. Oh my god, Kobe is absolutely amazing. And okay, did you? Because like even as early as like they released the first season of One Piece, Kobe's actor was putting in the fucking hours to get swole. Let me see if I can grab it real quick. Kobe season 1 and Kobe season 2 is wild. Like, because we've seen some pictures of him already, like that he's like shot for season 2. The dude is fucking shredded, actually. Season 2 Kobe. Where is he? Dang it, I don't. They must not. Kobe's actor is just fully dedicated to getting absolutely jacked. It's actually like so cool to like, you know, to see how inspired people are. Like, because like One Piece is massively inspirational. Does Nami have hockey? I saw Nami beat the shit out of Luffy even after he beat the shit. Okay, Five Guys, you actually. You've hit on a secret joke that I believe is referenced a couple of times. That the first Straw Hat, like the first of the main crew that shows the secret ability hockey, is Nami, because she's the only person whose punches actually hurt Luffy. Like, she punches Luffy and he shows pain, even though he's shown getting hit by a fucking mace and it does nothing to him. He's immune to blunt weapon damage because he's made of rubber. So like, the only thing that can hurt him with blunt damage is something that's improved by the, like, basically hockey, which is like the secondary power system. And for whatever reason, Nami is able to punch Luffy in a way that makes him hurt. So yeah, Nami is the first hockey user of the Straw Hats. She just never used it against enemies. Which is like also weirdly fitting in her character. Nami's just built different, exactly. Oh my fucking god. The true sleeper build, exactly. It's just funny because, like, she's considered part of the weak trio, like the 3 characters that are like the weakest in combat. Her, Chopper, and Usopp are like the like oddly appropriate song. I wonder how they'll do Chopper in live action. I'm hoping puppets. From what we've seen, what's up, Crisp?
Alright everyone, listen up because this is important. Level 5 Giant Riz Livy done rizzing up baby Gronkai Spice Swat to dog doing skibbity toilet in real life only in Ohio we go Gyms is creatine alpha sigma day board.
What the fuck did you just say to me? Alright, time for custody to get timed out again. But yeah, I'm hoping, because like the way they did the snails in season 1, like the phone snails, I really hope they do puppets for Chopper. The only thing I'm sad about, because the casting up until this point has been spectacular. The only sad thing about the casting is that we're not getting Jamie Lee Curtis to be Dr. Kreha. Usopp's powers making absolutely rational decisions in an irrational world. You're not wrong. Chopper, but it's a kid in a fursuit. I can see that. Okay, I'm doing something all right because I'm developing the hots for this character. There we go. Okay. Yeah, because like this is a good early version of it, but like actually developing the facial hair is doing a lot. Oh my, do not put fucking Skibbity Toilet. I will skip Skibbity Toilet in the queue. I do not care. We're not listening to the goddamn Skibbity Toilet. It'll be a cold day in hell. But yeah, the only sad thing about season 2 is apparently they weren't able to get, because like from the sounds of it, Jamie Lee Curtis really wanted to be Dr. Kreha, because she's also a One Piece fan. Get your jacket on then. She's apparently Jamie Lee Curtis is also a One Piece fan, and Chopper's her favorite Straw Hat. De-skibbity's your toilet, exactly. So I'm like, I get why, because like it presumed like. I think she's mentioned that she wanted to do it, which means that the only reasonable thing that could have caused it is like she like just had like a conflict basically where she was cast for something else. Chopper's cute. Chopper is definitely my top 3 favorite Straw Hats. The thing about One Piece is I accidentally guessed an entire story arc. Which one? Because honestly, if you're guessing at story arcs, it must have been one of the more ridiculous ones. My guess is like, but you know, I was when I say this, I'm like, I know One Piece is madness. I'm a little upset that One Piece mostly lived up to the hype. Okay, well, this is starting to. Love how they get Robin to join them. She has so much needed add on her, and her power scaling has been fun to watch. Robin's my favorite one on stream. I was like, it's been going so long, I bet they've done anything at this point. I'll try and make one up that's, you know. Oh no. That's like trying to make up like something. My favorite thing is like, because like you can probably also do the same thing for like a JoJo, like try to make up a JoJo power that doesn't exist, and you would probably struggle because like the series has been going on for so long that like he's hit like all of the like traditional power ideas you can think of. I heard that One Punch Man is also getting a Hollywood live action. I'm not necessarily that hopeful for that. I'm not gonna lie, because part of the Hollywood can deliver on the spectacle. I don't know that Hollywood's going to respect the original script, which is part of the reason One Punch Man is so good. Is that they like part of the reason One Punch Man is so good in my mind is because it's like monsters designs wouldn't work in realism. That's also a good point. But like, because I'm like, you know, I have a friend almost done part two. Part two of JoJo's live action movie adaptation of One Punch Man is moving ahead, and now Rick and Morty co-creator Dan Harmon's on board. So I said, was the Straw Hat crew run into a trouble when they run into a rival crew of pirates who are also zombies, but also they're not actually the bad guy? There's some big mystery about how the crew is, or something like that. Apparently that's like 100% of what Thriller Bark is. You have almost word for word described Thriller Bark, and that's fucking amazing. Oh my god. Holy shit. Apparently I just reinvented it. It's like why live action Akira won't work. It's best done as an illustrated work. I think that's the thing. Aussie spotted. Yes. Australians seeing each other in the wild. But like Akira, I think that's the thing that like people like, you know, the general populace here in the West recognizes it, but I don't think the like people who have the money recognize it, that like animation has its own set of strengths and appeals that you can't really translate to other mediums. Oh. Oopsies. I don't know what that was going to do. Hopefully nothing. Okay, so I've actually made a bunch of layers with nothing in them. Okay. Does JoJo have any lie detector stands? Yes. Yes, there's actually a couple. Yeah, there's actually a couple, isn't there? Because like lying does like physical manifestation. Like there are things that can mess with the mind, things that can mess with the soul. So like off the top of my mind, the lock can basically detect lies. Heaven's Door can figure out lies. I'm pretty sure that I can't remember, the younger Darby brothers stand can read the soul to figure out if you're lying or not. I think the older Darby's brother has something no, the older Darby brother doesn't have something similar like to that. More only one yes. So there's at least 3 lie detecting stands, and I think there's probably more that don't immediately come to mind. Okay. We're making progress on actually designing this guy. I think at this point, the one thing I'm going to want is horns. I mean, I think outside of horns, the face of him is correct. The question is, what style of horns do I want? I do like the idea of giving him like behemoth horns. So something like that. But like, you know, with so yeah. And then but he's still smoochable too, because like you can because his mouth is all the way out here. Okay. I realize now, like, this would need to be thicker at the back here. The horns are for grabbing and pulling him closer. Welcome on Cyber Venture. Glad to have you, Sweeping. You're smoochable? No. How dare you? Like, I want to see how Hollywood would recreate Pretty Cure. I don't know what Pretty Cure is. Okay, so speaking of Hollywood recreating things, I learned apparently that they turned the movie Mean Girls was turned into a musical. Like that makes sense, because, you know, I'm not wrong, Starky. I listen, I don't know. I'm just a bird. Remember that baby stand? Which one? You're gonna need to be more specific. There's at least 2 babies with stands. No, there's 3. 2.5. 2.5 babies with stands. There's the invisible baby, Death 13, and then there's a fully grown man who looks like a baby in part 8. Yeah, smoochable bird. Listen, I'm just a little bird. You can't do this to me. The one that was a lengthy questionnaire. A lengthy questionnaire? A man baby is not a baby? Okay, listen, one fucking moment. One moment. I do not remember this character's name. What is... Wait, it's not under pressure. Is it just pressure? Oh, for fuck's sakes, there's apparently a JoJo pump called JoJo Pressure Stand. Ozone baby, that's it. Welcome on, Gladdy. We're glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Hold up a moment. Okay. Pressure baby is the stand of poor Tom. I would like to copy the image. There we go. Copy image. You look at this fucking child and you tell me that this is a fully grown adult. This is a stand user in part 8. They have the stretch of the hydrate. Yeah. The part 8 designs are bad. They're not bad, but they are gross. But yeah, that is a stand user in part 8. There we go. There's Mini-Me. Now where's Dr. Evil? Okay, there we go. I think that's more what the horn's gonna look like. Although it is a little thick. There we go. But yeah, no, I think because like most of the stand users in part 8 are technically not human. They're like a different version of they're rock humans, which like ends up being some amount of, you know. So like he's technically human, but also like they have different physiology. I don't know, it's weird. Part 8's weird. Even for JoJo standards, JoJo Part 8's strange. Is this Pink Pony Club? Like this feels like okay, this is not I was gonna say like this sounds a little bit like what's her, the Pink Pony Club girl. But honestly, this is a banger though. Kind of off topic, but I understand why people are down bad for Von Lycan. I still need to download the game just so I can romance Ben Bigger. That's like literally the only reason I would be doing it. This is my jam. It's a banger. I might need to add this to my playlist on Spotify. I will say though, I've been kind of neglecting my my like song playlist because I've been listening to the Epic soundtrack, which is also certified banger material. His design is good, of his trust events and agent stories are amazing. This hell is better with all the furries. Exactly. JoJo Part 9 needs a furry. I mean, not to spoil anything, but I think the first enemy stand of Part 9, I think, is a cat. So like we're close. Just like a cat or a cat answer, just a cat. I think. I don't know. I need to catch up. It's been like a year because like the thing with like because JoJo isn't a weekly thing, it's a monthly thing. Related, but Starky, did you know that we have a car rental provider in Australia that's oddly named No Birds? I can never visit Australia. I can't visit a place that's so anti-bird. I'm struggling with this fucking horn. So like that, maybe? So definitely, so it needs to like kind of line up with the eye. So I think it's like right around here is where we'd probably want. There we go. But yeah, no, that is, why is it called No Birds? Because like I know that there's like a lot of your like Australian naming conventions do sound a little strange here. Welcome on in, Tag. Let have you sweeping. Me, you, me. I'm Hello, yes, I am Bird. But yeah, I actually did snag one of your spots from your the Patreon, so that way I could start getting some emotes and also maybe sneak in a few requests to the queue. I have no idea. It's a mystery. I need to buy some golden gay times from us. I want to try a golden gay time in Australia because apparently that's like one of the best like snacks over there. I would just personally thank you for the description. Well, there's no problem. Like I said, I've really been admiring your art, and you know, I've actually been wanting to commission for you for a hot minute now. You ever kill two birds with one stone, Starky? Kasai? Why are you asking me that question? Is there something you need to tell me, Kasai? Because if so, you should tell me now. I know this song. P3. Oh yeah, this is Persona. I need to actually play a Persona game. Thanks, it's no problem. Like I'm really excited to see. Honestly, like it'll be nice to see how you draw burbs, and also like I do like the fact that from your Patreon I can see like the speed drawings of. Oh shit! I should have turned on speed drawings for this. But like the speed drawings are actually like useful, so that way I can kind of see like artistic process. Like I enjoyed speed, like the time lapses of artists working on stuff before, but I enjoy it more now as an artist because I'm like, okay, I can kind of see where, you know, why this is the way that it is. Oh yeah, nothing casually nudges a body under the couch. Persona 3 stream when, Starky? I might stream Persona 5 or Persona 6 if that ever comes out. The slogan literally is hard to have a gay time on your own. Oh my god. That's amazing. They know exactly what they're doing with the golden gay time marketing. But like I'm not necessarily opposed to doing a Persona stream. That's definitely one of those like a long form games though. That would be like that's like the Elden Ring or the BG3 style thing where I just dedicate a week to it. Like I dedicate a night to it each week. And currently my suspicion is that my game queue is going to fill up pretty hard soon, because I think we're going to get Silksong somewhat, like, Silksong is making moves that it's going to release sometime this year. And we are getting the Factorio DLC this year, which that's definitely going to be at least one stream a week. Or as Persona dating only annoyed me because those characters are not nearly as well written as the ZZZ ones. Well, I'm getting kidnapped for college. I'll be back in a bit. For sure, go take care of yourself and like go focus on your studies. What am I? Okay, we're actually almost there. Also, can I take a moment to be a little proud of myself, and that I should have flipped the canvas before this, but like flipping the canvas, I didn't. It looks good. Outside of the horn, Like outside of this horn back here, I like the design you made so far. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it's coming out. The Persona 3 remake could have let us date the dog, fumbled the bag, honestly. Oh yeah, isn't there like a dog that's like that runs a shop or something? Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of ZZZ. I love it when they just like games just like, you know what? You know who's the shopkeeper? Animal. This Shiba, you know, this Samoyed is running a shop. Fuck you. This is certainly Pogger's champion. I will take that as a compliment, I think. Okay, no, that's not right. So I'm looking at that, I'm like, I think it's almost like this. No. No. This is just my stream in a nutshell. Coconut Mall. Oh, I forgot it's this version of Coconut Mall, but it doesn't start. Where you get the ding and then silence. I don't like the silence. I do not want to hear my own thoughts. Please. Thine own hell. This is somehow fucking worse than the part where it like loops. Because you're just forced to sit and reconsider your existence. Skibbity trap. Listen, I would do it again. I'd skip Skibbity Toilet again. I do not care. Skibbity Toilet has we allow much on this stream. I don't think I can justify allowing Skibbity Toilet. I guess I got lucky with the ad break. You really did. Skibbity goes next to all the single furries. Okay. But listen. I need to actually probably retire this redeem. Because, like, this redeem's a lot of fun, but, like, it is... I need to, like, figure out what I want to do with it instead. Because, like, I think the We'll Be Right Back is just a better version of this. Admittedly, I do have the We'll Be Right Back is more expensive, so... I wonder if it's like...
What does this button do? Please, do not push the button.
Return college said I don't have enough funds to go. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Gadget.
Take a closer look at that snout.
No, it's not doing... It's not like... No. The horns are definitely annoying. I like them too much to not include them, but they definitely make the process of designing this harder. What's up, Chris?
No matter how old I was and what mood I was in, Dee and Dexter's Laboratory genuinely made me extremely mad. Emo top 10 worst cartoon characters, fight me.
In my opinion, top 10 worst. Welcome on to the Lobster. Glad to have you, Sweet Beam. I kind of get... As an adult now, I'm like, I can kind of get what they're going at. Like, Dexter's smart, but he's basically a shut-in. So Dee is like it's basically like, you know, that like genre of movie that's like the like introvert getting adopted by the manic pixie fairy girl or whatever. It's basically that, but like for kids. Welcome on in, Fizz. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Can we shout over Fizz? It's, I think it's the horn. We're almost there. The horn just needs to be a bit like, it needs to be a bit longer. Like this, maybe. Her VA is actually nails on chalkboard. Her VA must wake up shamed when they played such filth. OG Johnny Test. Yeah, I think any conversation about what the most annoying character is needs to start with Johnny Test, and I feel like it needs to end with Fanboy and Chum Chum. I feel like those two are definitely on the short list of extremely annoying characters. SMH Twitch, I was 30 seconds behind stream. Okay. Now here's the dangerous part. Oh Christ, Fanboy was really bad. Yeah. We're getting somewhere. I think I figured out what the problem was. My suspicion is if I... Yes! Yes! Welcome on in, Yes Food Good. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Hello, how are you? I'm doing alright. I'm just vibing. It's a heckin' Friday. I'm gonna be going tomorrow I will be going to a convention called Gen Con. To be fair, I think they were meant to be annoying. We were supposed to find Johnny Cool. Yeah. But that's like that implies that the show writers of Johnny Test failed, and then the people who greenlit Fanboy and Chum Chum are idiots for making a character about an annoying character, or making a show about an annoying character. No, Gen Con? Yeah, I live right outside Indy, so it's literally like a 40-minute drive. I'll probably only be going tomorrow though. I went to Gen Con last year. It was a lot of fun. It's not quite my scene. If only because I like board games, but I don't necessarily like board games the way board game fans like board games. Because I'm gonna be honest, small right here, go for it. That's true, but remember we also got Pickle and Peanut. I have no idea who Pickle and Peanut are. Dingy's at Gen Con at the moment? Ooh! I might run into him then. I know I'm actually going to be running into a decent number. Like, I made some friends in Kusa's chat earlier who apparently are all going to Gen Con, so I might run into him by, hanging out with them. If so, that'd be awesome. I'd love to meet Skinky. He seems super duper sweet. Yeah, nice. And yeah, board game fans are different. Like, I enjoy board games. I'll play board games with my friends who are super into board games. I can't. I can learn like one new board game a night, if I had access to 4 board games, I'd be fine. But like, one of my IRL friends who's going to Gen Con has literally 3 walls of board games, literally 3 entire walls that are shelves of board games. I'm like, it's admirable dedication. Also, oh my god. The only show to me that nailed it was regular show. Like Rigby and Mordecai have moments where you don't hate them. Exactly. My friends / roommates are board game folks. I went to FurCon in Korea called First Class, but it was so far away from my home Sag. Take a picture with him if you bump into the Wargie. Will do. Well, you know what? Here's hoping I actually do run into him. I do know I want to be standing in like the registration line for a bit though. It's time to pick up the dog. Have a good stream. Thanks for stopping by, Locke. Take care of your dog. Go get them. Bring them home. Be safe. Drive safe. I think Fairly Odd Parents: A Wish is actually pretty good. I was really skeptical in its initial release because it kind of grew on me since they introduced Perry and Irep. Not gonna lie, Auntie Cosmo is. Are you down bad for Auntie Cosmo? But FurCons are a lot of fun. Cons in general, I think, are a lot more fun if you have a lot of friends who are going. Yeah, the Fairly Odd Parents sequels. Yeah, from what I've heard, the Fairly Odd Parents sequel is genuinely good. I'm down atrocious. Understandable. Imagine just needing to get rid of Butch. Okay. I think I'm happy enough with how this head is that I can start moving on to the body. That only took two hours. I hate that I want to watch the sequel. Here's the thing. I feel like there's like a hill and valley almost going on here. Because like I feel like the kids who grew up with the good episodes of Fairly Odd Parents are now adults who are making the Fairly Odd Parents, and they want to make. They're like, yeah, this is the stuff that made the show good. So like they actually have inspiration. So like it's also like why apparently Family Guy and The Simpsons have gotten good again, which is wild to think about. Okay, let's start working on the body now. I love the lore of Timmy messing things so much, they had to rework the lore. That is pretty spectacular, actually. Okay. Okay. So, neutral stance. Because this is... You have to check out the new show. If it's good, you've got to, hey, recommend it to me, because like it genuinely does seem like there's actual passion being put into it again, which is just kind of nice. I do wonder what anti-tooth fairy do. It gives, maybe the anti-tooth fairy steals the teeth from the tooth fairy and gives them to babies. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not the lore expert of Fairly Odd Parents. I just enjoyed it a lot when I was a kid. Okay. Okay. Body type. I definitely want chunky. We want chunky. We want muscles. We want belly. Also, the show is smart because they used a throwaway line of the genie in the original to justify an anti-fairy being assigned to a kid. That's pretty smart, actually. We want chunk. We want belly. Okay. So first we start with the head, which I'm not gonna redraw the character, but the head is how you figure out the orientation, like the how big everything else should be is basically what ends up happening a lot of times. Okay. So this is now the moment where I draw into the well of stuff that I learned from Francis. Okay. So like the shoulder would be around here. What is this? Rihanna featuring Drake work parody. What is the key of awesome? Also, the reboot Cosmo and Wanda want Wanda to be an actual couple and not a boomer idea of a marriage. Yeah, no, like that's. I remember when I threw the original series. At some point, Cosmo just straight up got lobotomized. I've seen enough clips to where like I need to fully watch this. If I had a cable, if I had TV, I would consider watching it. Okay. So like the more shallow the angle is, like the more actually, you know what? This might be a good use for I haven't actually used the horizontal like symmetry tool in a hot minute. God damn it. What is that line? Papa Smurf's balls couldn't be more blue. Also, I need to save this. Good, welcome on in Silver. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. We're currently working on I'm redesigning my second Sona. This is a Badgerderg. We got the head. We have head. I'm now working on body, which I definitely want him to be thick and chunky. So we are working on that. Everybody remember figure linear symmetrical roller is what we're currently on. Okay, there we go. Now we have the line of symmetry. And it's time to request and safe work Drake diss track.
Please, do not push the button.
Pharrell Williams double life from Despicable Me 4. Oh god, not the waffle. But yeah, welcome on to Silver. Glad to have you. Can we shout for Silver? Silver Waffle Mute. Very, very sweet bean. Hopefully the move's going all right. I know, because I know you're in the process of getting everything packed up. It's actually a Drake diss track. It's so fun. It's really fucking funny watching all of the stuff happen around the Drake situation, because like, how many people did he piss off that like one person finally being able to take him down, like turn into like just straight up a rallying call of society. Dude was hated, but also like the dude's an asshole. We hate Drake here. Not like us is. Hold up, I kind of want to see what this does. Oh, you okay? So you can select. I see. I mean, the guy who took him down was considered the king of hip hop. You know, Kendrick Lamar is actually based. You play the disc. Yeah, it's fucking amazing. The dude played Not Like Us 5 times in a row, and people were still hype. I just love the idea that Illumination called him up for a theme and he cooked. Since you're doing art, Starky, paint me. Gadget, you're like a cat, I want to say. It's just the cake. I will orb you. Yes, I'm a cat. Pharrell Williams is a genius. You know what? I props to him. There we go. It's cat orb. There we go. Perfect. There you go. There you go, Gadget. That'll be $50 now. But also, like, I wouldn't mind doing like my idea, or either like turns you into an orb or like turns you into a loaf. It's like, you know, just I guess the equivalent of cat loaf would be like. So something like that. Send it to me and I can make it an Evo. Sure, why not? Let me clean it up if you are actually going to turn this into an emote. For like a silly, 15-second doodles. What about hot cat? What's hot cat? Hot cat, but a hot dog. All right, I think you're on my Discord. Nope. Oh, who is I? I got a message request from someone, and I'm not sure. That's interesting. DJ, there we go. There you go. Have cat orb. Cat, but hot cat. You like either loafer orb. I feel like are going to be, and like I would put a lot more work into than this, but like that's the basic shape. Is I just inflict a loaf and or orb status upon you. You know what? Save it. We'll save the cat. We'll save the cat loaf and orb. Okay, remember when I was supposed to be drawing like a body? No, me neither. Could you fucking imagine an artist who doesn't have ADHD and how powerful they'd be? They could get so much done. I swear, every artist that I watch a lot of artists. Actually, you know what? That's just DA. Now that I think about it, I don't see DA do like the silly scribbles that like, because like I watch what's his name? Raceler does like silly doodles in the middle of his sketching and drawing all the time, and I'm like, you know what? I completely vibe with that. Also, Raceler does an amazing job drawing different body shapes. It's genuinely incredible. Okay, there we go. That's a good head shape. I never knew the name of this song. I've definitely heard it before. If only because it gets used a lot in meme mix-ups. Okay, so you to you. You to you. Okay. I think we can afford to exaggerate just a little bit. Like, that'll be his shoulders. I always wondered if anyone does something knowing they're gonna become a meme one day. I don't think so. I feel like if you try to force a meme, people know and they just don't interact with it. Okay. I remember in the early 2010s, becoming a meme was so cool for a few months, and nowadays it seems like you can't become a meme without crashing and burning. And there some memes just like are just straight flashes in the pan. Like, what? Who the fuck was the Hawk Tuah girl? Who's the next Hawk Tuah? Yeah, no, that meme existed and died before I had an opportunity to even fucking see it. Welcome. But yeah, by the way, Galvin, did you ever get a shout out? I can't remember. Okay. I'm like, oh, I think I might have made them too thick. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, I think he's too thick. I did? Excellent. Perfect. Means they know how to swim. Yeah, I definitely... Oh, little hyper, very Bara. Because, like, I like... It... I like a little hyper, but, like, that's a little too much. It's like, I like it when it's just pushing against what, like, would be reasonably possible for someone, like, who's anthro. I love making people feel old. Madagascar will be 20 years old next year. Jesus fucking Christ. That is haunted information. I actually got physically threatened when I told someone that the Wii is turning 18 this year. Like, someone was like, I'm actually going to attack you for this information. I guess to be fair, I'm like, because like the usual rule is, I guess it's like, the usual rule is that like basically your shoulders are about a head length, but like that's like basically if you know if this is another head length, then like the shoulder would end here. So you to you, yeah, and then let's exaggerate it just a little bit. There we go. How old is Gangnam Style? Game of 12 years. The Lopswag, you did that off the top of your fucking head. Oh my god. That was instant. That was wild. Okay, so this connects to shoulders. No, that's... Okay. The original K-pop song. It was the original one to go like Omega famous. Is this still too much? It's okay. I think it's like on the border of too much, which I think means that if I bring it in here. Oh yeah, that's like one of the annoying things about Symmetry Tool is it doesn't erase things on both sides.
What does this button do? Please, please, do not push the button. You have no idea of what it... Hey! This motherfucker got them big J's! I gotta get out of here!
There we go. This is like just pushing it. Also, there's something to be said about like making a character that you want to get like growth art of more lean. Like if you want to make the character like get more belly, like giving them some space to grow initially is like, you know, it seems prudent. But I can always like give him a slim form, like a later, like I can make a version of him that's more slender. So Uptown Funk was 10 years ago. I'd believe that one. That one sounds like that. Actually, I'm surprised it's that recent. It feels like it would be a bit longer than 10 years ago. The one that sent me recently was someone put into the queue the Harlem Shake, and I aged 10,000 years. I was like, oh my god, this meme has been dead for as long as some kids have been alive. That was me. That was Casa. You did that to us. Con los terroristas. Wait, is that the first line of the Harlem Shake? Is con los terroristas? Starky, I would add that. What does the fox say? But that's too bad for me. I have actual like straight up trauma associated with what does the fox say. So like, do not tell me how old that song is. I'm going to age you several lifetimes. Why would you do that? Are you old enough to remember Pogs? No, Pogs were before my time, unfortunately. Okay. So, what does the fox say is 11, by the way? Children in 4th grade are younger than that meme. Okay, now I just aged several lifetimes. At the very least, but like by the time I was, you know, of the age where I would buy toys, Pogs had kind of like fallen out of, you know. Like I'm aware of Pogs for sure. Kids born in 2000 are going to high school this year. The Pogs? No, not like PogChamp. They were like a collectible toy. They're like basically the first loot boxes. Well, I guess not. Okay, they're kind of the first loot boxes because the first loot boxes award definitely goes to What does the fox say is old enough to go to middle school? If you watch Simpsons, you would understand Pogs. Yeah, like I said, like I knew of their existence, but like they just weren't a big deal by the time that I came around. If the baby that inspired the Lost meme survived, they'd be old enough to make their own Lost memes. Jesus Christ. MLB cards are pretty old. Do cards count as gotcha? That was what I was thinking. It was like Magic the Gathering would probably count as the first gotcha thing, alongside baseball cards, which are like probably a couple decades older than them. There we go. Also, it is funny Hello Kitty Island Adventures became a real thing. EvanTube HD is going to college. There's another one. Who the fuck is EvanTube HD? Lost Baby would be 16 now. Oh my god. That's actually wild to think about. I hate that I can't take something in because by the time I do, it's already a year later. Don't smell the roses. The smell of the roses will cause you to age 10,000 years. Hey, fuck it. I think we're increasing the. I'm like, maybe okay. Leave a little room for growth. There we go. A former child YouTuber with millions of subscribers who's practically grew up on YouTube over the past 10 years. That's got to do like some psychological damage to you, right? Like that's got to cause you problems, like as you kind of turn into a functioning adult. I just got a Discord notification on my phone right now. It must suck making a comic to mourn a miscarriage, and it becomes one of the biggest internet memes of all time. But also like it's not. It definitely sucks, but also it was a comedy, like it was a comedy comic strip about video games. It's not really the place to put something as serious as a miscarriage, which is part of why it got memed. I saw a recent video about Ryan's World, and man, is it way more sad seeing it come from a teen versus from when a kid. Wait, is Ryan's Toy Reviews now a fucking teenager? Now he's pursuing a film degree, I believe. It was Evan's channel. He owned it. If it makes you feel better, the creator's a giant disrespectful ass about it himself, even at... Yeah, someone who is trying to be respectful of his girlfriend's miscarriage is not about to include it in his fucking comedy webcomic. Like, no. The dude earned all the shit he got. Love Deep Sea Girl. I'm gonna give him a belly. This company made a comic that was so bad it was acting to promote it. Oh my god. But you know, there are certain people I feel bad who got turned into basically jokes on the internet. There's the Frederick Knudsen who does his company made a comic so it was a bad acting to promote it. They trying to turn the toy review into their own kid franchise. Oh my god. I feel bad for Ryan. I mostly hate his parents. Yeah, that's the thing. Frederick Knudsen, yes, he does a series on YouTube called Down the Rabbit Hole, where he's talked about like really weird internet things. And Wait, I might be thinking of a different content creator. Because there's someone who did who basically did a hour-long review of this person called, I can't remember, but he basically invented this idea of the time cube, which is a physics concept that has no intrinsic meaning, and he kept explaining it in a way that was very circular. So he got memed and laughed at a whole bunch. But the dude was genuinely emotionally unwell, and the same thing happened to the Temple OS guy. To some degree, it's funny that they were so adamant about the thing that they were passionate about, but I do the part of me that sees humanity is they were kind of failed by their environment. Describing it as a miscarriage often being harder on the woman than it is the man is an accompanying journal entry and dismissed women fans' criticism of it on his forum. Oh my fucking god. Jesus Christ almighty. So I'm A-posing here, I think. I think I'm gonna have my soda A-pose here. This is why I will defend Miley Cyrus and JoJo Siwa. There was no way to be normal after being a childhood icon. Oh, absolutely not. I knew Frederick as the owl from Whiskey Stream. Yeah, I knew him primarily from his YouTube stuff. He's done Down the Rabbit Hole he even did a 2-hour long video essay on how the furry fandom first was made. Wait, did I ever show you how this fits for the one My Hero Academia OP? You did not. I have no idea who JoJo C was, but Starky has that game. I do have that game. What's up, Crisp?
Okay, genuine question. Is it weird that I can smell certain years? There's times I smell the air and it's a crisp fall 2018, September 2020, spring 2011, or summer 2015? Is it because that everything is the exact same when I was a kid? I just got older.
It almost makes me think of synesthesia, where your senses cross over. Yeah, Fred has moved on to being an anime stream team. Yeah, that sounds about right. Also, welcome on to Blue Cubby. Glad to have you, Sweetie. Can we shout out for Blue Cubby? I can't even hear Crisp over the K-pop.
Not.
It's okay. You didn't need to. You didn't need to anyway. Okay, so I think I've made his pet. I think I've made his boobah too big. I really need to put on some muscles so that I can use myself as a reference for. And by reference, I mean I can just grab a flex for this. Okay, yes, I would like the actual Okay, this is pretty good. And yes, it is Adobe, so it's not transformation. You know, I like how you call everyone a sweet bean, especially me, because I'm very much not a sweet bean, I'm a spicy bean. I assume the team paid for the model and everything, since most VTuber agencies do that. You fair, Fred's content was always analytical, and being a furry has a limit of growth, so don't blame him, really. No, I don't blame him at all. It's kind of why I don't think I would ever want to go into full-time streaming, because I wouldn't want to put on a character. Streaming to me is very much a personal expression of what I want to do. So I feel if I were to get into the corporate VTubing sphere, it would very quickly stop being fun. Wait, we're not talking about the high-pitched voice. No, Frederick Knudsen. Kasai has entered the conversation. Hmm. There you go. Another this opening. Seesaw topic obsession. Does not ring a bell. Okay. So one head for the pecs, two heads for the dot hack sign. Okay. Yeah, I was about to say I think a dot hack song. Okay. I'm definitely deep in my sauce right now because I'm like struggling to draw even basic shapes now. There you go. First idea, but AI deepfake Fred Nights at Freddy's video would be awful, but I want that. Listen, you can just listen. Cock and ball torture will bring you the same amount of pain, but it won't cause the environment pain. I'm so sorry. We're reaching the like my unhinged hours of the stream now, where the filter is slipping a little bit because I've been so focused on trying to get this like looking good. No, I want the environment to suffer. Why? Wait, you have a filter? Sometimes. I'm well behaved in Merle streams. Merle is a PG-13 stream environment, and I am well behaved there. I don't cause problems. Okay, I cause problems, but not problems specifically due to my language or the things I choose to talk about. Mostly because I inspire chat to shrimp. CBT, Crow and Borb torture. God damn it. I would say Merle is a PG channel, but yeah. He said he's like PG-13. Aren't you 18 plus? Yes. Okay. So when on Twitch I match myself to the vibes of the stream that I'm part of. Merle claims he's PG-13. He leans more PG, but he just like because you're supposed like if you're on the platform, you're supposed to be at least 13, then be more unhinged. Look, okay. I'm mostly 18 plus because I say the fuck word, and I also am willing to talk about kink shit. That's like the big reason that I'm 18 plus. Like that. If it weren't for those two things, I could reasonably see myself being like a PG-13 streamer. Because like, I don't necessarily focus on the flirting too much. At times like this, I like to say my therapist told me about CBT. That's cognitive behavioral therapy, not cock and ball torture. I'm PG-13 except when I play M games, which I have to for Halloween. So I can say all the swear words. I can. I am so there's that guy who like rates he rates like video game characters based on whether or not they can use the F slur. And I love those TikTok videos. There's a disappointment. Do you really want to deal with teens? Fuck no. That's the other positive side of being 18 plus. I do not want to deal with teenagers or kids. I'm hoping Danganronpa and Resident Evil 2 and 3. Okay. Now I got the butt. Hmm. Okay. So yeah, like this is a good build, I think. Oh god. Like this is, I think all things said, this is a good build. It's definitely bulky, which is what I'm looking for. Okay. How do those hands look? The thumb's a little bit, yeah, the thumb's supposed to be up here. I think it would also,
What does
I think
this
I would
button
also,
do?
I'd be good with kids as I'm a kid at heart, but I also have been
Please,
called
do not
things for
push
playing
the
tag with
button.
others even
You
after
have
turning
no
18,
idea what it-
which makes me cautious of the stigma that exists because I'm an adult male. That's fair. Sorry, I'm going to be seeing a movie on Sunday with my mom. I'm not exactly excited to see it because it's directed by M. Night, so I'm going to sure it's going to have some cheesy twist. All you are is a board. I'm a Borb. Yes, hello, I'm Borb. Okay, so something like this is probably better. And Night twists have been so dumb lately. Yeah, like it's, to be fair, like I can't blame him because like the dude, I can't imagine the dude exactly likes being known as the person who's the twist guy. It's got to be like pretty limiting from a standpoint of like wanting to make things. Okay. Starky's muted. I'm not muted. Uh, I'm just somewhat focused on making progress in the art. Sorry about that. Exactly. My mom can look at others and kids in public because she's both a female and a mother, but me as an adult male, it's there's a lot wrong with society. is basically all I can really say on the matter. It sucks that we have things set up to like take care of the very worst, very smallest part of the population. Like, but there's kind of, unfortunately, in the current circumstance, not really a better solution. I think the better circumstance would just be to make it easier for parents to spend time with their kids. So that way, like, the parents can be involved more. But, like, exist cis, I see no issue. Exist queer. I do appreciate you trying to get around the... I'm like, I should probably put this on like the banned word list, but I absolutely get where you're coming from Nam. It's so fucking frustrating. Like that like no worries. Yeah, I it's so frustrating that like it feels like any action like for me the most frustrating thing about it is like there are ways that we could restructure society to actually deal with the bad actors. The problem is I think that there are people in power who unfortunately do not want that to be the case, which is awful, genuinely terrible. Yeah, guys have gotten the police called on them for watching their kid at the park. Oh my god. Got a couple things to say. I saw this video saying iPad kids are cooked, but at the same time they're implementing financial literacy in schools now. Here's the thing. Financial literacy is fine. I think it's one of those things that might be overstated, like the value of it. Because like being able to do your taxes, most other fucking countries just send you a bill. They send you a bill of what you owe them in taxes. The US is like one of the only countries that has this obscenely complex tax situation. I'm now looking at this and I'm like, that bulge is way too low. Like it. So like I think the amount of like value you would get from a financial literacy class is kind of overstated because in a better situation, and our tax situation is the way it is because companies lobby to keep it that way so they can charge for tax preparation services. Exactly. So I do have to take that when I was a senior in high school, people were really underestimating how much heavy lifting implementing really is. Or how much, like implement. Oh, you're saying like the implementing the tax, like the tax classes. There we go. That's more about where the bulge should be. The bugle. There we go. Because not only did I learn practically nothing from it, but I did whatever I could to get it over with. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, even if there were like the same kids who are like, if you want complex taxes, teach taxes in school. Yeah, exactly. But like also like the same kids who are like, oh, physics and chemistry is so useless, I'm never going to use it. Like, are you paying attention? And are like, you're not going to pay attention in your fucking like. You're not going to be paying attention in your goddamn finance literacy class because like it's even more boring than like just a regular mathematics. But yeah, I can see why it's there. A lot of it in my mind boils down to trying to teach people the minimum amount of money they need to live. Like a lot of stuff nowadays kind of makes me think that like they're trying to like, it's like, oh, here's do you really need that Starbucks? Like, it's like, no, I don't need it, but like I make what should be good money. My life should not be fucking made or break if I get a coffee, not Starbucks. Don't go to Starbucks. Fuck Starbucks. We hate Starbucks here. Parents, stop indoctrinating your kids. Also, parents, we have to take our kids to a place every Sunday to shame them for being human. It's just ridiculous. Or should we like, hey, good job paying us tens of thousands for a neat little paper. Now your chances of getting a job have gone up by a full 5%. Exactly. Ugh. But like a lot of it in my mind comes down to the money in politics. Like I think one of the biggest things we could do legislatively speaking is just sweeping anti-corruption. Because a lot of this, like, the part of me that's like a conspiracy theorist, like I think the most accurate conspiracy theory is just that the rich are like straight up screwing all of us over. Because like if you look at the way that like society is structured and like the impact the rich have had on it, like, also I should probably like. There we go. I learned how to use GIS in college. There's a lot of dumb stuff about society, and I like to think that with the boomers dying out, things are likely to start getting better soon, and I think we're actually seeing that. Like a lot of the hatred we're seeing is a result of boomers being more angry now that they have ever been in their entire life. I don't remember this redeem. Crosseye, that's always been there. Crosseye, are you okay? Like that's literally been a mainstay here since I played Fire Emblem Engage. That game's trash, by the way. Do not play Fire Emblem Engage. Play any other Fire Emblem game. Also that one. Can you rename boomers to the worst generation? I mean, history is not going to look on them very kindly. For sure, I think boomers are going to go down as like being remembered as like one of the most ineffective generations that has ever lived. Hmm. There we go. That looks a little bit better. I wonder if the head, like, I need to move the head up so I can develop the delts more. Mentally, I'm right here. The head is a bit too small for the body proportions, I think. Yeah, I was like trying to lean a little bit. If I just make it a little bit bigger, I'm sure it'll be fine. There we go. Oh shit, I probably should have closed the queue. Oh god, I probably should have closed the queue a while ago. Whoopsies. I guess we're going to be going a little bit overtime so I can clear out that queue. Congratulations on your excellent 3.5 GPA as a reward. We'll give you a cool little paper. Can I get some money off my tuition? No. You're going for a jack look, and that's why the head is small. You can totes do that. But if you want to kind of just puff up body parts without increasing the total volume of the whole body. Okay. Because, like... yes, so this still makes it look Bara, like increase the head just a little bit. It's still a little bit outside of the realm of possibility, because like I believe the standard is the standard is that you should be about like 3 heads, 1, 2, 3. So like we're a little bit bigger than 3 heads in terms of like shoulder to shoulder. But I think it works. Yeah. Yeah, that looks a lot better. I have chest brain rot and I don't know if there's any cure. I'm sorry, it's terminal. Knight to C6. Yeah, it looks way better. Yeah. Yeah, that was what was going on, because that way it also helps kind of block out the like the back muscle look. Also, I'm looking at these arms and I'm like, if the queue is still open, someone queue. Nope, queue is closed. Okay. There we go. I think that looks a little bit better. I was making the arms big, which was good, but like... Hmm. I'm queuing PP every stream, or Dinkle. You get one. You get one queue each stream of PP or Dinkle. Sorry, Oceana, I just closed the queue out because I realized that we were already over time. Okay. So then this should come here. Oh well, yeah. Sorry. Hey, it'll be there for next time. Also, like like I said, it is worth like reining in my deep love of size just a little bit, so that way like there's room to grow. Welcome on a Night Furry. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Because like if I go all out, I think the term for looking for is item label song. They'll start adding Cupcake again next stream. You know what? Fair. We got the three the three amigos of yeah. There we go. What's up, Chris?
7 sayings are my absolute favorite ISTG. Nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs is my favorite, but one that I have the most trauma from is you can want in one hand and shit in the other. See which fills first.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that one. I'm familiar with hope, or I've heard it as hope into one hand and shit in the other. Okay. So we now have the body, although I probably should have thought of like other details that I was because like I do like the I kind of like the idea of like giving him like basically arm spikes. Because, you know, really leaning to the dragon. Or like maybe like because like there's the crocodile. Ooh, I could give him like crocodile scoots. That could be fun. Soira and I will do a fusion dance. The fusion dance of what? Like making me suffer? Okay. Yeah, I think I like building that up a little bit more. Is like basically, you know, we got some heft here. Okay. Okay, so like so the top of the pec kind of like leans into the. It kind of like is where the arm starts. Okay. I'm doing the quick trick to figure out where the nipples are supposed to go. There we go. Question is, okay. So we now have the like this is the body type I think I'm going for. Admittedly, I should probably bulk out the legs a little bit. Yeah, that's the good shit. Mm. Just barely a thigh gap. This is the world's slightest thigh gap. Yummy. Okay. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to draw the. I guess you figure like this is all part of the process, because like his legs agape. Because like I definitely in my mind like I'm actually kind of particular about what I want from a ref sheet. My idea is so like full body, 3/4 forward, 3/4 reverse view, so that way you can see the back. Did you turn off song request during that last ad? I did. Sorry, we're already going to be a little bit over time because I'm supposed to end at 9, but we got another 8 minutes left. But yeah, no, like I'm very particular about what I think makes a good ref sheet. We have 3/4 front, 3/4 back, which would be like, and then like expressions, as well as like any details of things that are particularly complex. So like that basically this is me figuring out you dirty cheese of board energy. Thank you for the jams, made going through some Final Fantasy 14 stuff easier. Well, thank you for hanging out. Like I said, we still have a little bit of time left. But yeah, this is the body type I think I'm gonna go for. I'm probably gonna move details onto a new page though, because this is taking up most of the size of this. And I wanna figure out some things like back wings. Okay. I have to delete the ruler. Okay. So what do these? I definitely need back wings.
What does this
You know what? I do feel like I didn't make enough progress, but then again, I did.
You have no idea.
I have fully figured out the face.
Stop
Oh my
doing math!
Actual.
Numbers were
Listen.
not supposed to be given names. Years of counting, yet no
I love this.
real-world use
Gianni
found
Matrano,
for
you-
going higher than your fingers.
No, this isn't Gianni.
Wanted to
This is
go
someone
higher
else.
Anyway, for a laugh, we had a tool for that. It was
It's called
guessing.
guessing.
Yes, please give me 0 of something. Please give me
Math is for
infinity of
nerds.
it.
Listen,
Statements dreamed up
That
by
is
the
pretty
utterly
cool.
deranged. Look at what mathematicians have been demanding your respect for
Oh,
all
fuck
this
me, I also
time,
have to draw
with all
feet.
the calculators and abacus we built for them. This is real math done by real mathematicians. Huh?
Hello, I
oh
would
fuck
like
me.
apples, please.
They
I
have
probably want him
played
to-
us for absolute fool.
I love the way it just cuts off. Okay, so we need the back wings. We need the digitigrade paws or legs. We need a pause. And then I think detailing and patterns. Oh my god. Wait, I now understand where the fucking... Okay. Wait, no. Yes, I now understand where the fucking S comes from in cursive. Like, the letter S in cursive is this, and I was always like, why the fuck is it... Like, that doesn't make any goddamn sense. It's because of this. Where, like, if you overshoot a little bit, and then... Like... It basically is like... It basically got... Like, this top part basically got snipped off. My friend of mine is incorporating calculus and quantum physics into some D&D world building. Yeah, that sounds about right, knowing D&D world builders. Okay. We also need to figure out colors. Which I kind of have the colors figured out a little bit. Okay. Back wings, digitigrade legs, paws, detailing patterns, colors, fur? Fur versus scale, I guess, where I want to put the two. Specifically to make an esoteric system that's absolutely horrific to non-matters. Oh, to non-mathers. Oh yeah, I believe it. Okay. So we already have the head figured out, so I don't need to worry about that. This is going to be a multiple stream thing, unfortunately. Okay. But we have the head and the body type done. Let's remove the M from STEM. Gatekeeping magic with math is evil. Okay, so the question is... Digitigrade legs are weird. Because, like if the normal leg is, like, knee... You know... And then you have the ball of the foot, and then you have the foot, like the shoe. So this is plantigrade, and then digitigrade is like you have the knee, and then the heel is still up in the air, and then like the tip, like the digits, I guess is the term for it. And then from there, you would, like, draw the paw pads, and then... Yeah, so something like that. Which also means I need to figure out how to draw digitigrade paws. Oh, the price we pay for like, the open-toed paws. The open-toed shoes. There's more scary, spooky tentacle, or having to do calculus to understand what madness an NPC is spouting. Calculus isn't that bad. I find digitigrade to be more interesting, unfortunately, even though they are more complex. So colors, we've kind of already figured those out. All math is bad. Because I think I'm gonna carry over a lot of the colors from my previous Sona. Fur versus scales is gonna be an interesting conversation to figure out. Detailing is going to be complex. Paws, I think, is going to be digitigrade. Although, like, paws are going to be, like, because... You see, like, because there's a thing Garion showed me. Where, like, you just kind of, like... Basically do, like, something like this. And then like this, you know, you'd have the nails coming out. Really, these are some thick pobs. Like that. Like this is kind of a good initial way to think of paws. I do kind of want to like plump them out a little bit. Which I guess would be like something like that, where you would like help kind of curve them out more. And then like, I forgive CS. Java is so much more of a brain rot code language. That's because CSS isn't really a coding language per se. Yeah, something like this for pause. I just made a cute little cat paw. So I'm getting at least I understand the theory at least. And then like from there the paw would go into the digitigrade. Yeah, like I think that's the thing. Like this style of paw necessarily needs to go with the digitigrade, and then like if you were doing something more like, you know, something like, you know, just like a regular paw, you can kind of get away with putting it on the plantigrade, because like this is like a more stable wide base. Actually, are bears plantigrade? Hi, autistic bisexuality. Welcome on in, Scump. Glad to have you, sweet bean. You are in the correct place. We draw thick men, and also we are neurospicy here because I have ADHD. And I'm currently trying to figure... I'm in the process of learning, and I'm actually like trying to redesign a second Sona. Starky's always gonna be my main Sona. I'm too attached to the... Like, I just like I like my bird self. But like, there are certain things that I want to get. Thick men, yes. This is currently what I'm working on. This is the face. So we are making progress, even if it doesn't feel like it. Do not mind the cat orbs. So yeah, this is the body type we're going with, and I'm trying to figure out some of the details. Dude, I'm trying Ritalin for ADHD. Ooh, there's something genuinely magical about taking ADHD meds for the first time. Now I need to figure out how in the world to draw wings. Why did I give another character wings? God damn it. Wings are always a pain in the ass to draw. Questions, where do I... Okay, also. I misread Ritalin. I misread that as Ritalin for D&D. Ah, yes. The important part of D&D, where you take your Ritalin. That just stopped so abruptly. Yep, I think that is the end of the queue. We went a little bit over this time. I tried it when I was super young. My mom didn't want me to grow up on that. I guess to be fair, you do develop like important coping techniques if you are withheld, you know, ADHD meds. But wait, this is Full Metal Alchemist. I love that song. Yep. So this is a monster cat, which means that I think we're in the fallback queue. Roll for initiative. Anyways, let's. Normally I would go a little bit longer, but I am, you know, art always takes a bit out of me just to be like, okay, I'm trying my best to, you know, keep up with everything. And like to make sure I'm doing a good job. So I normally can't go over on art streams. You know what? You know who we can raid? We can raid a fellow artist. We can raid Cat. Cat, how long has it been since we raided Cat? I probably shouldn't jump to things immediately. We raid Trobird. It's been a bit since we raided Trob. I feel like we've raided Growly somewhat recently. We raided Shiba recently. Dat is back playing Once Human. So that I'll keep that in mind. I feel like it's been a bit since we've raided Cat. So let's go do... Wait, is Maple Doe live? Okay, I think Maple Doe might be unconscious. Trobird. Formerly Trending Hobbit. I think we're gonna raid Cat. And you know what? I'm gonna use my raid emote for when I'm doing art, which is just art and screaming. Use this emote or who's emotes you happen to have. Start the raid over to I Am Cat. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for coming to hang out. It really does mean the world, honestly. Like, I definitely wouldn't be doing art if it weren't everyone in chat coming to hang out and just vibe. Like, y'all keep me honest and actually make sure that I continue to progress and do things in art. So I really do appreciate everyone just coming to hang out. Anyways, if this is your first time here, I'm StarkyMorph, Big Gay Chaos Curling Internet, variety streamer live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 6 to 9 p.m. EST, Thursday, Fridays. Monday, Tuesdays, I'd go 7 to 10 p.m. EST. And yeah, if you like to stay up to date with the stream, including while we going live, Twitter and Blue Sky are the places to be. Probably more Blue Sky. Twitter's kind of fallen to shambles. Make sure you do the same for us, Starky. Thank you for the stream. Y'all are sweet, and I really do appreciate you. Yeah, I post on there food pics, as well as art that I get commissioned, as well as art that I make, and just general ramblings. Admittedly, I should probably get better about posting general ramblings, but life is like a hurricane here in this lab. I also have a YouTube if you like to catch up on the VODs there, see what I've been up to, see the games that I play. I have a Discord if you like to hop in there, say hi to all the Sweet Beans, see the crush content of the Sweet Beans post, and a TikTok if you like to see edited content made by myself as well as my editor Machio. Yes, so next week is going to be a normal week, as far as I'm aware. Monday is going to be Power Wash Sim, Tuesday and Friday will be art, and Thursday will be more of the game we've been playing. It's slipping my mind. Oh god. A chance of Snar. I love y'all. I'll catch you Monday. Bye. Bye bye.